I think we're live. Give us the tune, man.
All right. So what I first figured out, I thought you were just bitching and complaining about finding the right audience for your like DJs and stuff.
Yeah.
Especially the scratch thing, because when you go out to a club or whatever, bar or whatever, and you're dancing, part of like why you enjoy it so much is because you know what's coming, you know the songs.
Yeah,
or if
yeah.
you don't know the song, you know at least the beat, so you can like dance around to it, and you know what to expect and how to move your body and stuff. But this is a little different. It's almost more performative because it's not necessarily keeping the beat that you're familiar with and used to, because you're taking scratch breaks and stuff. And, like,
Yeah.
interacting with it.
Well, it kind of throws the rhythm off of people a little bit.
That's exactly it.
That's why a lot of people don't like scratching, because they want to dance. But the thing is, if you incorporate it, like you use like Scratch Bastard and like, you know, Craze and all those guys, like those people that really throw in a lot of that flavor, they're visual. So like people watch them scratch, like they're watching them perform. Like it's like someone ripping a guitar solo or something.
But can you do that at like the 202s and the normal places
No.
that people think to go?
I don't think so, because you have like the booth's hidden, you know. You don't, because I've actually had like where girls come up to request songs and stuff. It's actually kind of funny, because they're like, wow, you're actually doing something. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, yes, what do you think this is, you know? You think I'm just up here pushing buttons on an iPad?
But that having been said, I could see this actually working and doing well, and like the brunch. You played Fork in the.
Yeah, I played a Fork in the Alley.
Now that seems like a vibe that
Well,
would
that's
be good.
yeah.
For that.
So I used to bring the turntables there. Like I think they're gonna slow. I haven't actually talked to Jen about that, but she was talking about. Or sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm hungover, man. I drank last night.
She does Fork in the.
She's
Alley?
the GM, I think.
Okay.
And so I used to, when I played there, I would bring my turntables. Can I get one of those?
Oh yeah.
And I would bring my turntables, and I would do the scratching and beat juggling and stuff. And it's more, like you said, performative, so people kind of see. They see what you're doing. They see what's going on. Oh, thanks, man. I like your hat, by the way.
Thanks, man.
Are you a RuneScape character?
No, this is my normal. I'm trying to bring back, make normalize
I'm gonna
costumes.
say, because Halloween was yesterday.
Where'd you go out? Well, tell me what happened. Where'd you go?
I went to pretty much every place in Roanoke.
Where'd you start at? Like, where'd you start at last night?
I went to Fork in the Alley.
Okay.
Jared's Stout Band was playing. And you good?
Yeah.
And he was killing it. They didn't do like a band where they had like say real drums, but they had like bongos and stuff and djembes or whatever they call them.
And you still haven't got one of those, have you? You've been talking for so long about that.
Yeah, no. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Oh gosh. So that's the first thing. Second of all, I think you were talking about when people guests come in to do this stuff, having a way, because it's difficult to like enter into a conversation unless you have some like way to get into it and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Doing what you did, walking in, having you mixing and scratching on that, I think that would be a great way to like introduce and get the vibes and level in check.
Yeah, because you get to like kind of know somebody a little bit more too. I mean, even like people that I don't really know, like going out with people, like even me and you, like we went to brunch like Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'd never really hung out like that, other than you know, just whatever. So it's like coming over to the house is a little bit of a different experience, and we're sitting on the same couch.
See that's something else too. Because what do you think about like sitting across from somebody versus beside them?
I'd rather have two chairs.
Look, facing them directly?
Yeah, well, not directly, but like at an angle, like yeah, like more like that, because it's weird. It's like you're kind of doing this, like you're almost better to be sort of like at an angle, like you're still, I don't know. Like
because I've said the happy medium, because I've heard like if you're talking to somebody head to head, it's almost more confrontational.
It's more interview if you do that, I feel like, but like rather than casually just bullshitting with your friends, you know.
Like even I've like had ex-girlfriends and stuff, and hearing it like, all right, we're having a disagreement, instead of like standing on the opposite sides of a table, looking at each other, it's almost more confrontational versus this, to where you're not staring them in the face and looking in the eye.
So you're saying like on a date you sit right beside your significant other?
That's another big thing.
I don't know.
You're at
I
a
feel
booth
kind of
at
weird
a
doing
restaurant, you've seen the people who sit on the same side, and it's cute, and I get it.
I think they're a little more intimate.
So you think this is too intimate, like for me to be able to reach over and touch you, and I can't do that if you're across the table?
Yeah, your hands are cold too.
So I'm trying a lot more. I'm gonna get hot here soon and get with that. All right, next thing.
You nervous?
No,
I'm just kidding.
Is you were talking about being in a funk for the past few years. I've been in a funk for the past few years.
Yeah.
Would you call it depressed or what?
I don't even know what it was. I think So I'm going to be honest with you. I think the reason what was weird for me is like I traveled. So I did the international contracting thing for like, I still do it, but I did it for like 8 years straight. So I was constantly gone, constantly gone. So what I'm getting at is I came back home and I was like doing different things, and I started contracting companies and doing just trying new things, trying different avenues and stuff like that. And I think that was like a depressing thing for me because I was not staying consistent with what I knew. You know, does that make sense?
No, what do you mean? What is your consistent with what you knew? What is what you knew?
Just like going to work every day, 9 to 5, like not just literally. Well, I wouldn't say 9 to 5. It was like 10-hour days.
But just doing anything, the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, there was a structure there. There you go. Like I didn't really have structure for those like 3 to 4 years, and it was definitely. And I think that that's like a huge thing.
Wait, you had too much structure those years, or not enough?
Not enough. The when I moved back here, because I didn't just go get like a normal job, and I'd say a normal job, but I didn't go like jump straight into like a construction job. Like I started a business with a friend, and like that kind of went downhill, not in a negative way. We just kind of came to an agreement like, this ain't really it. And you know, that's when I learned you have to kind of put in your time to make things, I guess, work. You know.
But if you do that long enough, you're the type of person, I'd imagine, much like me, to where you do something, the same thing over and over again,
And you don't see any return.
it just almost feels like that's in and of itself a job, even if it's your own thing and you're not beholden to
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah, it's true. I mean, it was just like you working at the coffee shop, right? So it's like you're not. If you were there every single day, like Monday through Friday, 7 to whatever, 2:33. We'll say 3:30 because you got to clean up and stuff. That's it's not as fun as it is. Like, hey, I'm gonna come in on a Monday. Hey, I'm gonna pop. Like me, even like what was it? Friday, yesterday, right? Was it yesterday? I came in and helped you guys. Like, just y'all were slammed, and I was like, I'm just gonna do some dishes, and whatever. But like for me, that was fun. But if I had to do that shit every day, I'd be like, fuck, dude, what the fuck am I doing?
So how can we function in a normal world, have any semblance of a normal life, if we even want one, knowing that if we do something, even if we enjoy it or say we do long enough, we get tired of it? Like anything, is there anything that you can stick to? Scratching may be one of them.
Yeah, for some reason, DJing is one thing that I've just like. So the contract and stuff overseas, like I'm not trying to veer off that
No,
subject.
that's something else too. Listening to your podcast, the first one, you're a very private person like me. You don't go telling a lot about your life. I learned more about you listening the first podcast than I've ever known about you. You opened up.
Well, I opened up a little bit, but like obviously I didn't want to get too deep into it because like conversations like me and like we're podcasts, I guess, I want it to sort of come alive. Like Joey Diaz, right? I've actually listened to his Ryan Sickler Honeydew podcast. So he talks about his life from day one.
Who, Ryan or Joey?
Joey Diaz.
Okay.
He's on the podcast like for like 2 years, like on and off, but he tells his whole story, and Ryan Sickler writes down the fucking dates and stuff, and he's like, all right, so we left off on 1987 July, blah blah blah, and he's just like, okay, I'm here. So you get to know about him, but through a different avenue. But like even, dude, I mean, who the fuck's gonna listen to a 10-hour podcast? Like I can sit here and tell you my whole life, but it's gonna be 10 fucking hours long. And unless you're that exactly in, I mean, even me and you, like we could probably do something like that. Just saying, like, say next time you come on, we like, okay, hey man, we left off here. Like let's write that down, so. But what were we talking about?
Because that's what I didn't realize is I've always thought, because ever since I've known you,
Speaking of the mic a little
you
bit.
and say like Brian. Oh yeah, please keep reminding me. Hang on, can I play with this? Oh, this is way better. I probably couldn't hear me at all before. So ever since I've known like you and Brian.
A little bit closer.
This one?
Yeah, so if you look at the thing, which one am I? Oh, maybe you were good.
Wait, can you tell the actual feedback audio?
Yeah, so you're the bottom green, and I'm the top green. You see how it's like going? So that's like the level. It's kind of like DJing.
Oh, okay, so you want it in the green without going into the red. Then
Yeah,
it
but
starts blowing out.
it's going into the yellow a little bit, which is good. I think the yellow is good. It's caution.
And before I was back in the green, where I shouldn't be.
Honestly, I think when you were talking, I was looking at the wrong one. Anyways, we're good.
So
Can you see your face at least? Your beautiful face?
Actually, yeah. I've heard about that too. Ever since I've known like Brian and you, I've just known you guys to be DJs. So I assume you've always been DJs. But you haven't.
Yeah.
You started way earlier, very soon, more recently.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been DJing for like 5 years.
How? You met Brian.
So,
And you said
which
you were
is kind of
Spotify.
on. So it was kind of on the I think the first podcast I mentioned it. So I would always, so I actually bring it even back even farther than that story. So I used to go to field parties all the time and bonfires and stuff.
Where?
And just Botetourt County, that's where
Okay.
I'm from. And there was always a spot open for me to park my truck. And I never had like a crazy sound system, but I had a subwoofer and like some good speakers. And I had an iPod with like, fuck, dude, that was iPod days, iPod classics. You know,
Actual
there was
iPod?
no iPod classic.
Where you load your songs onto it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you know there was no iPhones like that. There was like Android just started coming out, and there was no streaming services. You know how it was. There was no Spotify and shit like that.
Where'd you rip it from? LimeWire? Is that?
No, I think my buddy used to rip a lot of songs off of LimeWire and stuff, and he ended up putting up like 10,000 songs on this iPod.
Okay.
So I was just, and that was back like Steady Mobbing, you know, Young Money, and all. That was back when that shit was hitting. And I remember, like country too, like all the Luke Bryans and stuff, because I'm coming from like a pretty redneck area. But they would always have a spot open for me, and I'd back my truck in, and like I was like I played music out of my truck the whole time. Dropped the tailgate, people were sitting there partying, you know, sit on the truck, and it was a good time looking back. But I always, I guess, DJ'd then too, but I never mixed. You know, I never actually did anything substantial. Like I was blending shit. Like, you know, you might be listening to Luke Bryan play it again, and then all of a sudden we'd be Steady Mobbing by Young Money.
But you're not mixing it at that point. You're just playing this song and that song afterwards.
Yeah. But what I'm kind of saying is I sort of played music for the people back then.
Give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want. And so I did that. And then, you know, fast forward, whatever. I've always been in and out of club. I mean, you know, when I was 18, I went overseas. So, like, I was in the clubs early in life. Like, I was listening to music, dancing on the dance floor and stuff way early in life.
Wait, in Botetourt?
No. So I went to Kyrgyzstan. You ever heard of Kyrgyzstan?
No. Why'd you go at 18?
So I was in college with my friend Matt, and him and I were roommates. And so Matt and Jairus were buddies, cousins, not buddies.
This
Cousins.
Radford?
Radford. We went to Radford.
So you graduated and went directly to Radford?
Went straight to Radford. Yep, 17 years old.
What year?
2013.
Okay.
So you went to Radford, right?
Yes.
What year did you graduate?
2012.
Yeah. So that makes sense. You're a little bit older than me.
Okay, so you left high school, went straight to Radford.
Went straight to Radford. Wasn't for me, dude. I was like calling my grandma on the phone, like, I can't fucking do this anymore. This is so fucked up. Like, why am I going to college?
See, I did the same thing, and I would just go to my grandparents.
Did you power through it?
I just went to my grandparents' house every weekend with my girlfriend, like a loser, and just slept at their house and stayed with them because I was a grandma's boy too. I just leaned into
So
it.
my grandparents raised me, and like same shit. You know, I'd call my grandma and be like, I can't fucking do this anymore. And I told her, I was like, I'm gonna resign after this semester. I finished the semester.
Why'd you think you couldn't do it?
I don't know what it was. I think it was just like something I didn't want to do. And it was like, looking back, dude, like I was a bitch.
What was your major?
Nothing. I had a general study. That was it. And the problem with the general studies is, so I would go to counseling, right? So I would go to the counselor, and the counselor would say, well, you need to find a major now, because if you don't, then you're going to have to spend an extra 4 years. So you have to do 5 years. You're going to be a super senior. And I was like, well, at that point, why don't I just leave and save my money, come back when I'm ready? And she's like, well, no, you can't do that. You need to stay here. Because that's a lot of money out the door, man. That's like 20, however much it was back then. It was like 20 grand a year back then.
Why'd you go in the first place, though?
I mean, honestly, I was sitting with my doctor, and he was talking about what I'm going to do, because I was still an adolescent, technically, because I was 17. And he was like, yeah, so what's your plan? What do you got going on? I was like, honestly, man, I don't really even know. And he goes, what you need to do is go to college first. And, you know, back now, like nowadays, or back then, a doctor was like the most influential person you knew. I mean, what the fuck?
I was about to make fun of you for like, why are you taking advice from your doctor? But then again, I didn't get advice from any of my family at all about college.
You just go to college.
Just go to college.
That's all it is. There's no. And another thing too, I feel like it's a milestone that not a lot of people have done. Like nobody in my family,
yes,
other than me, like nobody in my family, and I didn't even go to college. Like in theory, I dropped out, but nobody had done the 4-year thing. So like that wasn't a thing, you know. So it's like, for me, I don't know. It was weird. I couldn't do it. You know what's funny is I had another counselor. I don't know, dude. I must have just looking back, dude, I kind of blanked that shit out in my life. But like I was sitting with another counselor, and she actually told me, she's like, I don't think this is for you. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, college. She's like, you seem like more of a hands-on type, like you need to be doing like physical, like construction or some kind of
College counselor told you this?
college counselor told me that you needed to get out of there. And I was like, what? That's kind of crazy that she said that.
Why do you think you try to blank it out of your memory?
Fuck, I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I mean, that was 12 years ago.
Do you feel like I'd imagine feeling embarrassment originally, but now we're all full circle with the time passing. It's not cool to go to college anymore like it used to be.
No.
It's almost a joke.
So
laughing at people like me who went and have crazy debt.
So bringing up, my legs locking up, man.
Let them out. Stretch them out.
Got them. What was it? The hangover. Fucking. What is it? Restless leg syndrome from the drinking last night.
You still got to finish that story too.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so I want to get into this because this is actually good. Oh, someone's calling me. It's actually my grandma.
It's grandma knew it.
I know. I want to answer, but she'll be fine. So what's weird is, yeah, it's all good, man. We're still working on that.
No, it's
studio's still.
It's my fault.
But what were we talking about? Oh, so my mom actually, I would text her crazy shit, and I remember this was back when she had like a LG slide phone or something, like a funny, like,
yep.
You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Like whatever it was, Samsung. And I remember,
sorry, I'm kidding.
and I remember, we'll edit that out. No, but so I remember messaging her saying stuff like, I'm dropping out, like, fuck this, like, I'm not doing this shit anymore, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, people were like joking me for talking about dropping out. I was like, I'm gonna be a lineman, because everybody in my family was an electrician or a lineman, so I was gonna drop out and do that. That was actually the goal, because like my granddad's the type of guy, like, with his company, he worked for them for so long. You could, if I vouched for you, he could go to the hall or whatever it was and be like, hey, give him a job, and he'll give him a job, like, immediately, you know. Hold on, let me see what grandma says. She sent me an audio message.
Play it.
No, it might be too personal.
Should say something off key.
But she's probably fine. It's actually, wait. Actually, no, I need to.
I just got into an accident. Please pick up.
Yeah. Can you come pick me up?
Call your grandma.
What is this, audio file? I don't think she meant to do this. Oh, no, she didn't. She just called me. I thought that was like a voice message. But no, so, yeah, so I remember I dropped out, dude. And I remember I had this one dude at the gym. He was like kind of joking me because I dropped out. He's like, yeah, you'll never make, you're dropping out of college, you'll never make any money, like, ever in life, and all this shit. And I was just like, okay, whatever, man. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out, it is what it is. And then I got into, run it back to the beginning. So
I'm learning.
But so Matt actually, his cousin Jairus we were all talking, and he had an opportunity to go overseas for his job. And I was like, dude, I would totally do that. That's sick. Like, hell yeah. Like, why would I not do that? And I remember Jairus said he wouldn't go because he didn't want to go alone. Well, this is where it gets crazy, because I dropped out of college, and I'm not even kidding. 2 weeks later, Jairus hit me up and was like, hey, man, I'm really considering doing this travel thing. Do you want to come with me? And I was like,
electrician?
Yeah. So it was telecommunications at the time. So it was like internet and stuff like that. And electrician stuff came later. But dude, next thing I know, dude, I'm fucking on a plane. I'd never flown before, dude. I'm like a country boy in like the middle of nowhere. At Delville's Delville now, but back then it wasn't that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, dude, like, this is kind of crazy. I have emails still where I emailed HR and was like, fuck, dude, I can't make it. Like, I don't know if I could catch a flight. Like, I was scared. Dude, I was 18 years old. Like, I'm literally being pushed out of the nest. And yeah, and then that was wild.
Did you ever? You came back full circle to become an electrician, though. Did you?
Yeah,
not want to be one going into it?
So I didn't, dude. I mean, I always
went
thought
to college not to be an electrician, which
yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's weird. So I used to talk shit about construction. I used to be like, man, people go there, construction workers, they're fucking, what kind of loser does that? And then I started making like killer money. I mean, at the time, dude, I was making like $18 an hour. So when my first job, I was a server at at a retirement home, same shit. And at a retirement home, and a high end one, actually. It was 4-star. And it's never a 5-star, right? You know, everyone's like 5-star restaurants. Like, motherfucker, this is 4-star. I know what goes on behind the scenes.
So you're serving in a retirement home?
Yeah, it was sick, but it's the Glebe. You know the Glebe.
Yes.
So I was a server there, and it was weird because I was making like $7.35 an hour or something like that at the time. And I was like, dude, if I could just make $10 an hour, if I could just make $10 an hour, I can buy that truck. I was obsessed with these like F-250 Power Strokes, and I was like, I need to buy this truck. So then I go overseas making $18 an hour with overtime, and I'm getting per diem, which was like $89 a day. Dude, I was banking, and I was making a shit ton of money. And at the time, I was a killer, bro. Making $18 an hour back then in Roanoke, you were already balling.
I'm thinking dumb redneck white kid in the boonies, and the answer would be going to the military. Why didn't you do that?
That was an option at one time.
Why didn't you?
I had that opportunity. Like, I didn't have time to even think. I literally, my boy hit me up at 2 weeks after I dropped out. It was literally like 2 weeks.
Did you go to Radford? Because like I went to Radford for the same reasons. I was a pussy, and I was like, I don't want to go by myself. And Zach Lohman and I think Jeff something, they were the reason that I went. And if they didn't go, I probably wouldn't have went because I'd be too scared. Did you have anybody like that when you went to Radford?
You didn't go. They didn't go to Radford or they didn't go to college because they were too scared.
Did you go with any friends to Radford, or did you go in blind, not knowing anybody?
I knew I knew Matt. So Matt and I grew up together, and played baseball and stuff as kids.
You were roommates?
Yeah, we were roommates. Yeah,
Where'd
and
you
he had a
stay?
girlfriend, Hyla, and that was fun because like she would get us into the parties and stuff. So
Okay.
it was pretty wild. But it was crazy.
What dorm? Muse?
I was Muse, yeah, 13th.
floor?
No, fuck no, I was a 5th floor.
Stop. What wing?
I don't even remember now, man. I had to go
It
back.
was A, B, and C. That's where I started that too, and became what was it called? RA.
You were an RA?
For a brief
Did
stint.
you bang any of the chicks?
Before. No, I had a girlfriend in college, and she went to ODU, and she
ruined
eventually came to Radford, and I became an RA because I was like, if I'm not gonna have any fun and be able to experience single life, I might as well be an RA and be the complete opposite
That's
side and be a
sick.
complete.
So I got a funny story, not to take away from yours, but there's this dude I met in Costa Rica named Jason. He lives in Detroit. He actually went to Radford as an RA because he was dating a professor. He was 21. He just graduated college, and he dated a professor that got a job at Radford. So he got a job or something as an RA. He did something at Radford. No, he did
He did her, obviously.
no, he did her for sure, but he did fuck, dude. He wasn't an RA. What
How
am I
old was
talking about?
she?
30 probably.
Nice.
Yeah, he was probably not. I was like, damn, she must have been high if you moved. But he got a job. But he got a job there. No, he was doing marketing development or something. He got a job at Radford. I was like, that's how we hit it off. We ended up hanging out the whole time I was in Costa Rica. Fun guy. Cool guy.
What was he?
I need to get him on the podcast.
Why were you both in Costa Rica for what?
Just leisure, just hanging out.
What are you running
This
from?
was recent. This was earlier this year.
What are you running from, man?
Nothing. I went to Costa Rica, man.
You have the same problem that I do. It can't be in any one place for too long, or it feels weird.
Yeah, that's why you move apartments.
Exactly. That's my coping workaround. But how is this going to be what we're doing for the rest of our lives?
I don't know.
Because you have a
I mean,
really
you got
good
5 years on me.
Pat. I know.
So at least for it to still be okay, I have 5 years.
So are you moving the goalposts? I'd imagine you had a existential midlife crisis turning 30. You have to.
Nah, man, I'll be honest, I really didn't. And I think it's because I've done a lot of things in my life. I mean, the only thing I really never had was like a successful girlfriend relationship.
That's a big one.
It's a pretty big life-changing thing. It could be.
And that's something you need to check off the checklist at least.
Fuck, man. Yeah, but the thing is like we talked about this before. Once you're in it, man. I'm talking like once you're married with kids. I mean, people divorce and shit, but like, what the fuck am I gonna get over? That's the thing. Like, what am I gonna go? I talk about this all the time, or I listen to a lot of people talk about this. Rather, it's like, what are we gonna just go? Like, a lot of people are infatuated with the fact of getting married.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't infatuated with the fact of being married.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is like, they want to. It's like a content thing almost. It's like I literally heard a chick on a podcast say this the other day. It's like, oh my God, he proposed. Let's post it.
Yes.
Oh my God, our wedding. Hey, we're getting geared up. What's your address? Blah 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 blah. Hey, our wedding day's this day. Then
Every
they
little
post
girl
it.
dreams of.
Yeah, and then they post that. Oh, hey, we're having a baby. Post that, and then all of a sudden, the baby's born. And then it's like, damn, this shit gets kind of hard.
But that's
and then you
most
think your husband's
women.
going to change.
Yeah, but that's from the
And then
women
he doesn't.
perspective. I agree. Most women feel that way, but most men have the same problem we do. Is of
Same concept.
man, it's
But I
it's
mean,
forever.
we're all fucking animals too. At the end of the day, I mean, it's like I don't know. Let me get a couple more beers, and I'll get more honest with you. I'm just kidding.
I love it. I can tell you're uncomfortable. It's going to be a good conversation. So, but getting
I'm uncomfortable
yeah, man,
with like the whole situation.
talking about the going the path of settling down. Not even
So I'm
settling
getting
down.
all,
'Cause that sounds
I'm
bad.
moving around and shit.
No, because I love the same way. Getting it's a big checklist that we haven't checked off yet. Is having a successful relationship, and it's easy to
That
say.
is, I mean, that's a big box.
And it's easy to say like, oh, once you get married, that's the big thing. But it's more than that. It's what else are we missing out on? Like having kids and a family. Because what stresses me out too is, will I be able to handle being with the same person the rest of my life the same way I could?
I
never
could do
handle
that.
Living in the same place the rest. Could you? Could you?
I can handle being with the same person, but see, I like experiencing new things, and it's like it's hard to find a partner. It's hard to find a partner like that. That's what I mean by that is like the suitcase life. I mean, that shit gets old after a while.
But do you like experiencing new partners the way you do, or would you ever want to find
No,
one?
I'm probably at one time in my life I enjoyed it, but now I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Sometimes with the same old song and dance, you know, it's just like,
Don't you feel that cannot not be extended to the way that we live our lives, period? Like we like to tell ourselves moving around to different places all the time and experiencing new things, whether it's you traveling to different countries and me traveling to different apartments that I have. It's even though it feels different every day, it's actually the same thing every day. Going somewhere new,
in theory,
meeting new
yeah,
people.
yeah, but yeah, it makes sense because you might meet, but I will say like the experience is pretty cool to meet. I mean, I do enjoy meeting new people and stuff, and like, you know, having certain discussions about where they came from and who they are, and just like that's kind of why I started this, I guess, because I meet a lot of people, and it's like next thing you know, we're chatting, and then it's just like you find out their story, you know. It's like, damn, dude, that guy's actually pretty fucking cool, you know.
So you
That's
got
this girl or whoever.
Depressed because you had no structure. But what during that period, what do you mean by no structure?
Well, no, that was like I was just trying new things and was just, I mean, like I
What?
financially, yeah. I think, man, I came from making a bunch of money to literally making like 12 grand a year or some shit. You
So
know?
I don't know about the period where you were not in your good headspace. What were you doing, and why was that not doing it for you?
Well, like I said, I had a business with a buddy, and a big thing with that was we expected it to be a particular way, if that makes sense. So we came into it, and that's another thing. Like when you come into something expecting it to go away and it doesn't go that way, it's like, fuck, dude. This
What was
is
the
fucked.
business?
We started out doing property preservation, and it was kind of crazy because I don't know. Are you familiar with property preservation?
What is
So
that?
property preservation is when there's a foreclosed home, and somebody has to come in, cut the grass, fix any
Okay.
water leaks, make it safe, lock it out, board up any busted windows.
So the banks are paying you once they take over the house again.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So the problem was, it was right after COVID. No foreclosures. The market would, you see what I'm saying? So that already
got screwed
that
by the
already
universe.
re-geared it. That already re-geared it. So I'm like, fuck, man, we got to and I mean, looking back, you know, we probably should have shut it down then, but what was that?
Neighbors.
Yeah, I don't know
But
they're
what a
doing.
great opportunity coming up.
No, it was cool. So then we were like, well, let's just do renovations and home improvement shit, you know?
Easy segue. Yeah.
So then we got into doing pretty good, you know, but a lot of it was like, it's kind of the same as a relationship, I guess you'd say. Different ideas, but obviously there's different, like literally having a business partner is like being in a relationship. You know, it's funny when we
Yes.
split everything, like we actually, dude, we were crushing it, honestly. But there was a lot of different ideas. Like, you know, I wanted to do one thing, he wanted to do another thing. And it was never really, it was more of just, we need, because then it got to the point where, all right, bro, we need to make some fucking money. Like, we have to, like, live, you know what I'm saying? We got to eat. So then that's when I actually, and this is kind of where it all, my life steers. So I started bartending at Twisted Track. So that's how I met my friend Jen. I met her just out and about, you know, she knew my friend Emma, blah, blah, blah. And long story short, I started bartending at Twisted Track because I was like, man, I need to like make some money. So, you know, $150 a day. Like Andrew and I would never, we would never pull money out unless we needed to. We tried to keep it invested, which is a smart thing to do. So then I was like, okay, well, I need to like do something. So I started doing that. Then I met Brian. He got me into the DJ shit.
When did you enter the bad space in all this?
I think it was when I was literally bartending, working like hands-on full construction and DJing. Like there was like a Saturday where I built a fence from 8 to 2:30, went straight to the bar, bartended from 4 to 10, and then went straight to DJ. I'm talking like that's a solid 16, 17, 18-hour day or something crazy like that.
But you mentioned earlier it was because you had no structure. I'd just say that's quite a bit, almost too much structure.
No, because that's what I'm saying. I think it was a bit overwhelming, but it was so sporadic. It was not like a
consistent
wake up and yes, there you go.
But do you want that?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's where it gets old.
So which goes back to we only really enjoy ourselves when we're chasing the dopamine hit of a new experience.
Yeah.
Like I've had so many jobs.
And that was the thing too. Like I was always traveling, so I'd work somewhere for 9 months at a time, and then I'd go somewhere new.
Perfect for your brain.
I would go somewhere new, right?
Yes.
And then experience that. And like even when I came home, I would always just hop in the car and drive. I go to the beach. I go to Ocean City, Maryland. Fucking went to Florida. My boy Andrew. So that's how him and I started the business side of things. Is he was doing. Fucking love that guy, man. We'd have so much fun. Like he was a property manager. So he was like 29 at the time, and I was probably like 26, 27. And he was a property manager for different facilities in like Myrtle Beach and all these places. But it was college housing. It was sick. This idea was dope.
It sounds like a crappy job.
Oh, for him it was terrible. Like he
was awesome.
For me it was great because see he got a place to live, but it was townhomes with 3 different rooms, but each room had its own bathroom, and then there was a common space.
Mm-hmm.
But he would get his own place, so he would always have a spare bedroom. So I would just come down and hang out, bro. We just go out, and it was hilarious. Like it was just a good time, bro. Like like I said, I had a good run in my 20s. That's why like when I kind of stem back to turning 30, I didn't really have like a midlife because I'd always just enjoyed myself.
Yeah, and could you imagine getting like married, the people that do when they're young, and that would always be in the back of my mind. Like I remember my first girlfriend, aside from the fact that she cheated on me, probably because a lot had to do with how I was acting too.
Yeah,
but like
it always, it takes
even though she was probably the perfect person for me on paper and in real life, I really enjoyed my time with her. Like in the back of my head, she was my first girlfriend.
How old were you then?
Like when I first I was a junior in high school. I didn't.
Oh, so you're still like new. Pussy. Yeah, but there's 3 different types of love in life.
What?
Well, you got the one that your first love, then and it breaks you because like shit like that happens.
God, it did it.
And then second love is, all right, we're gonna try this again, and then the third one is like the one you really find.
Wait, try it again with who? The same person?
No, somebody else.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do something different.
So I'm on my third. That.
I'm on my third, so I'm good.
Wait, walk me through them.
I'm on my third, man.
What's the first one?
My first love. I was 23.
Easy one. Okay. Late bloomer. Love it. Why? Were you a loser in high school? I was a loser.
Yeah, I mean, no, I was I was social and shit, but like chicks didn't want me. I was fat and wasn't really. I had no charisma. I was scared of girls actually.
Were you funny guy? Like I used the Joker.
Yeah, but I was like giggly funny. Like yeah, oh my god.
Okay.
That's how it was. It was funny.
Second, who was number 2?
Number 2 was recently, and you know that person. Okay. And then I'm on my third, man. A third strike, man. I gotta wait. That's why I'm holding back.
Okay. How's the third one going to be different? What have you learned from the first 2?
I don't know.
First one's easy because it's just dopamine rush.
Yeah, dude. I was like in love at that point. It was crazy. Second, I think just being self-aware.
Okay. What about?
I'm not saying that because I'm on camera.
The third love was the girl you met last night.
No.
At least tell me where you found her at. Was she?
Nah, we can't.
Okay. Yeah, point being, it's nobody who's gonna be number 3. But are you?
I would say nobody, but I mean, try something else. Try something eventually. You can't give up. Like I said, man, you got third strike, you're out. I don't want to dive into if the third love's the one I find, man, I gotta make sure it's what I want. That's just actually some shit I just made up actually. But I heard about that though, like the third, like. You really do have 3 types of love.
No, I'll buy it. That makes sense. But do you actually want the third? Because you have to be ready and willing.
I'm about to say because if I had settled down, but I mean not to say that I wouldn't change. I mean we had talked about this before too. I would settle down and date somebody.
You would get a place
if it was something that works.
So if you found a girl in Roanoke, you would get a place in Roanoke and like.
Yeah, probably. As much as I talk shit about Roanoke.
I know you hate Roanoke. But
Nah, man, you know what's funny is this morning I was thinking about that. I was like, man, you know what? Is it the camera? Is the mic in front of your face?
Probably. Hang on. How about that?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, because we got to see you, man. We got to see
Sailing
you.
my soul.
Bullshit pay. I had a dream. Bro, that was a sick little mix. I just got to dial it in a little bit more. Just for the listeners here, I was DJing when Levi came in. This is Levi Johnston, by the way. We've been talking, fuck, man, for how long already? Like 30 minutes.
You're telling too much. I'm a private person. All right.
Oh,
but you
sorry.
need to introduce that.
I got to put your name on there.
You got to enter. I don't have a social foot. I don't have a the digital footprint. I'm trying to keep it that way.
What do you want me to say what your name is?
We'll think of a stage name. I got to think of a DJ name.
I just said your real name.
You can. I don't care. But you need to have it. That'd be a good introduction, is letting people come in. I think you should open this up and have like some cuts of like different shots of the table itself. And then you can incorporate your guest by like, you know, what are you into? What have you been listening to lately? And you play that in, gets them comfortable with you, builds a rapport.
That would be cool.
Because it's weird just going in cold and talking to somebody. But
yeah, especially like, well, you and I have good conversation. We kind of keep it running, but some people probably, I mean, not everybody's the same. So like some people might not really be very conversative. Is that a word?
Yep, trying to pull blood out of a stone. Who's gonna do? You gonna do next?
I don't know, man. I got a friend. He's a DJ AS1, because I'm gonna be in Springfield next week. I say AS1. I don't know why I say that. As one. I say AS1. It's AS-1.
Ass one.
As one.
Ass man.
Ass man. He is an ass man. But it's funny because
he has an ass, or he gets
I guess
ass?
he likes it.
Okay,
he likes ass.
Gotcha.
But he I've been trying to. I hit him up, man. He hit me back, so I'm kind of bummed. So if you're listening to this,
call him out, ass man.
we need you on. We need you on this podcast. But I'm going to be in Springfield next week for just a few days, and I'm like, man, I'm already up there. Like I know he lives he lives close by. I was like, dude, I wanted to have him on it because he's funny, man. He's a cool dude. But I'm just kind of incorporating, like, all right, I'm already at this place. Who can I bring? Who could I throw in the mix? You know what I'm saying?
There's a bunch of people here.
Man, there's a lot of people in Roanoke. I was thinking about, dude, I know a lot of cool motherfuckers here.
You think Neil will do it?
I've asked him about doing a podcast before. I was like, dude, you should do a podcast because, you know, Neil's an interesting guy.
But he's also a coward. He won't do the podcast with you.
Yeah, he won't do it. He already said. He's like, I don't know, man.
I think he will after this.
Because he tries to keep his, like, he does try to keep a low pro, I think.
I know.
He would probably do it if he knew that it was going.
That and plug something. Just get him to come in and plug all of his shit. He's always got something he's working on. That'd be an easy one. You got to appeal to him. You know how to appeal to Neil. Appeal to Neil, baby.
I like Neil, man. He's a funny guy.
Please come, Neil.
Glad to got. Oh, he came into the coffee shop yesterday.
He did.
Were you there?
Yes, it was like right when all the. I think I was right when everything slowed down.
Yeah.
The shit show.
He's a smart guy too, man. Like he can dive in and do shit. It's pretty funny.
I know. I want to hear him.
You wouldn't think that he could, but like sometimes, you know. But like, dude, mechanically, he can work on shit. Like he's fixed a lot of stuff at the coffee shop, and I'm like, what? Like you actually know how to do that? And he's like, well, not really, but I can look it up.
That's something else. He goes out and does it. He's a
doer, man. He's a doer.
So how did you come out of your funk? You said how you got into it by having too much to do, too much like going on, not enough structure.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. I just kind of like started dwindling down a lot of stuff. You know, like right now I'm dwindling down the power washing business. I used to, like, for gigs, right? I used to take on every DJ gig that came my way.
But connect me from you're doing the bartending and the manual labor stuff. You're in your funk. What steps after that are you doing to get out of it? Like, did you stop working? You said you started a business.
Yeah. So after him and we dissolved the company, and then this is, you know what? I left this piece out.
I know you are leaving a lot.
I left something. So I had that house fire in Houston.
You got to connect these dots, man. You're just. I know you're a jet setter, but we got to connect the dots. So
so that was and I'm about to. So we actually dissolved that business.
Why?
And I wanted to get in just because it just made a mutual agreement. We didn't want to do it, whatever. So we dissolved that business, and then I got into. I wanted to do the overseas stuff again, is what it was. I wanted to get back into the contracting world.
So you were doing that before you settled down in Roanoke for that period of time?
Yeah, I was doing that before. And then I was like, you know what? I want to get back into this. I want to start traveling again.
Were you happy at that stage of your life before?
Oh, man, yeah. When I was traveling and just, it was fun.
So why'd you stop?
Something new.
Okay, fair.
Egotistically thought I could start a business and kill it. And then I realized,
You can.
and I realized really quickly that shit doesn't come overnight. And also, too, once the wheel starts turning and once the ball starts rolling, rather, you better be wanting to do what you're doing, because if you really start getting the ball rolling, you can't stop that motherfucker.
I know, but here's something else. Do you have to love it? Just like anything else you said, if you do anything long enough, you're going to hate it. Like, I don't necessarily like...
Well, like DJing, I mean, I hated that too for a while.
But if you really got good at DJing and had to do it every night...
That's what happened. I was playing it. I was literally doing it to survive, I guess you'd say. I was playing Friday nights. I was playing at 2 at 2 every... Like, I was like the Friday night guy. Brian was a Saturday night guy. Then Brian would go out of town, so then I would pick up the Saturdays. Then I started DJing at... See, then I started getting a name for myself, and I started DJing at Status on Sunday nights. So then, I mean, there was nights, dude, I was like, boom, boom, boom. But I was making like $850 a week just DJing, working 12 hours in a weekend. But it started messing up my other stuff. So I wanted to go out on Labor Day weekend. I couldn't do it, because I had a DJ. There was a lot of weird shit that I had happening. But also, too, man, the scene was fun back then to where it was enjoyable. But, dude, even like last night, man, I went to the clubs. Like, I went to a lot of places last night. And I'm like, dude, it is not the same in Roanoke anymore.
All right, walk me through it. So you were at Fork first.
Slugging these
What
things.
was the vibe at Fork?
That was loud music.
Were there people? Were there a good amount of people there?
all over this.
What was the demographic?
A lot of older folks.
So boomers our age?
People our age too. A bunch of hot chicks, actually.
What?
A bunch of hot chicks there. But they were all like married and stuff.
Okay.
So I mean,
so you were like, screw this place.
Can't do that.
There's no poon here. All of it's
no,
married.
man. I don't really. I'm older now, man. I don't go out just to
Shut
get
up.
laid anymore.
Shut up. Okay. Okay. All right.
But it is nice.
All right. So you're like,
Come
all
on,
right.
dude.
You're at Fork. Are you by yourself?
Yeah, so I was supposed to be there with my buddy, and he was helping his sister do something, so he didn't come out.
Is
He
this
didn't
buddy's
finish.
name Neil?
No.
Okay.
No. Neil would just tell me he's not coming out. Period.
Did you
He's
see him last night? Apparently he went out. I don't believe him.
No, he didn't. Either. I saw a Superman or
He's
a
totally going to
Spider-Man
come and do this
person.
now just because of this, so we can come back and clap back at everybody. I
Oh,
love
that's
it.
hilarious. Yeah, I don't want to like talk too much about people.
Oh no, it's Neil. He loves it. He thrives on it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
loves the drama. He's Mr. Drama.
But
So
no,
Fork?
so I went to Fork, dude, and it was killer. They I posted on my story. I don't think my DJ Instagram, but I posted
You DJ last night?
no, I have a DJ Instagram.
Okay, I thought you mentioned
No. I was off, man. A lot of people were wondering. They're like, "Dude, I'm surprised you didn't have a gig." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Nah, I was supposed to. I'm actually playing at 2 at 2 tonight."
Just funny. You say Roanoke's not ready for it, and you have also people beating on the door wondering why you're not DJing on Halloween night. It's almost like you have a file you don't even choose to recognize.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. So Fork. Everybody's at Fork. Like, why aren't you playing?
how
You're
white
probably
my legs
pissed off.
are,
You're
man.
like, leave me alone, guys. You're too popular at Fork. Everybody wants you to play, and you're not. So you're like, I got to get out of here. Where do you go
Nah.
next?
Where did I go next?
Yes.
So I went with my friend Jen and Tay. They're the one friends, Jen and Tay. I want them to be on the podcast too. They're hilarious. But
Sounds
we
like
went to Golden Cactus, dude. And
favorite place.
Golden Cactus, honestly,
place.
they had a
And they were up
They
till
had
like 1 a.m. last night. They
yeah,
normally
dude.
close
They
early.
had a DJ night there, and it was like sick as fuck, man. Like honestly, I love. So it was Star
There's that
City.
Roanoke
it
lack
was-
of DJs again.
Dude,
Oh god.
No, it was Star City Soul Club. Have you
Which
ever-
you've talked about, heard you talk about before.
Man, you know what? I really like those guys because, and girls now. They have Stimulator Jones. He plays. You have Galactic Gigolo, and then Boogie Berg, and then Melody, and then this other girl Mags. So Melody and Mags, they do. They actually kind of have like a girl DJ sort of thing that they're starting to sick because like the DJ world needs more of that. But I love going to listen to them because they all play funky, weird, different stuff, but it's good music. And it's like, bro, I don't always want to go listen to fucking Get Low. And I mean, I play that shit myself. I don't want to go listen to like Flo Rida, Shawty got low, 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 low.
Wait, who
low.
was playing DJ at Fork? Was there somebody DJing there?
No, that was Jared Stout. He was just
Okay, there's a band there.
He was just playing.
Live band.
A lot of
classic.
good entertainment actually last night in Roanoke. I'll be honest.
So you said at Golden Cactus was what? Band DJ?
No, it was just DJs. But like I said, they were playing more like pop 80s music, like good, just like funky, just cool ass music. It was like, dude, it was a fucking vibe, honestly.
The only time I've seen anybody scratch, first time ever I saw somebody scratch vinyls in real life, was at Golden Cactus. They had somebody out there.
It's
doing
probably
it.
see, I just spit.
Fun
It's
as
probably
well.
it's probably Stimulator Jones.
Okay, that was it. That's
I
probably
can't
it.
really think of any, like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, audience,
You're wrong. What?
but I don't know of a lot of scratch DJs in Roanoke.
I know one.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not that good.
So the vibe at
Sam's fucking sick, dude. Stimulator
Sam?
Jones. Dude, he's good. That's a talented guy.
Where's he playing next? Let's
Good
go.
question, man. He posts stuff like that week, so like he doesn't do like, hey, I'm doing this for the rest of the year, you know. But he's in Cinematech. That dude plays like every instrument. I'm getting him on it too. I'm actually been meaning to reach out to him.
Do you promote yourself on social media when you do have sets?
Yeah, I'll make flyers sometimes.
Do you promote yourself?
Yeah,
You do?
I post it on my stories.
Okay.
But you know, what's weird is like people come. If you build it, they will come.
Yep. And people obviously want to see you. They're asking about you while you're not playing.
I know it's weird, but like the people that ask why I'm not playing aren't gonna. They didn't know that I wasn't playing.
Hey, what do you mean?
I don't know.
They didn't know that you were. I mean,
A
yeah, 'cause
lot
you
of
didn't
people that
play.
ask me. A lot of people that ask me if I'm playing. I've never really seen them come. Sometimes, actually, it
If
depends
you
on
build
the
it,
venue.
they'll come.
That's true. That's
They
true.
wanna see you,
But a
man.
lot of people, they want to do like the fork thing where they want to get there at 7 and be done at 10 and go home and go to bed early.
Wait, like what age people? Because that's how I am.
People your age.
Fair, but
You know?
why do you don't like that though? You want to go after the younger crowd?
Honestly, man, like nowadays, I'd like to do like the 7 to 10 stuff, like the fork in the alley stuff. But I like the nighttime shit too, man. It all just depends on the venue. Like when I play at Chicken and Whiskey in DC, that place is sick, dude. Chicken
Why?
and Whiskey. It's just, I don't know if it's just because it's DC, it's bigger city, it's more optimistic shit. I don't know what it is.
It's not Roanoke. That's why
It's
you
not,
like it.
Yeah, well, it's not right. But what I'm saying is, dude, people like, for example, 202 last night, the DJ was crushing it, playing good at it, it's good music. But it's almost like people are just standing around like they don't want to be there. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
Where's this at?
This was at 202. And Beef's, I mean, they're all the same. And I'm not trying to be like saying that those places suck or the people here but I'm just like, why are people not as receptive here? Because you go to like I said, you go to DC. I used to play a lot of the stuff that I play in DC now is what I was playing here like a few years ago, and people go off to it.
What's the demographic in DC though? What's the age?
The place that I
Young.
play is probably like 21 to maybe mid 30s, early 30s. But every once in a while, you get like a few like middle-aged people pulling
But like,
up.
what's the average age of people at that place in DC? Be honest. It sounds like it skews older because you mentioned 35, so it's probably average age is skewed higher.
Oh, I
DC.
see what you're saying. So if it's a little bit older, then they're going to be more receptive to like the 2012 music.
Yeah, and 202 and corned beef. That's kind of like, you know, when you were in college or that age, and you're like, I know I'm going out. Let's go out tonight to have a good time. We don't give a fuck who's playing. Like, we don't care
Yeah.
about the names on the card. We just want to know that the energy and vibe is good. And really, there's other people our age around. That's it. You could play classical music and
I guess you're right. Yeah.
But like people who actually appreciate, like now I go out and do look for that. I just don't want to go out just to be around people. Like I'm here for the experience.
I just feel like back in the day, man, people just used to have fun.
Well, yeah, everybody, because we're old,
know
and that's
what I
what
mean?
every old person says is
No,
it was
but, like,
funner
even
back
the
when I was
kids,
younger.
the kids
No
these days,
shit.
dude, they just like are like nonchalant, man. They just want to like fucking chill. It's weird.
Were we any different?
Nah, dude, fuck no, man. I was out there dancing and doing crazy shit. When the song "Shape of You" came on by Ed Sheeran, bro, do you know how many girls I danced to that song?
You're so stupid.
As soon as that
That's
song,
such a dumb song.
dude,
I
as soon as
I
that
love
song,
it.
dude, as soon as that song dropped, it'd be like do 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 do.
God, you're such a lover boy.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Oh my god.
Or the song, what was
Everyone's
that one
listening to,
song?
like Lil Wayne and stuff. You're
Fuck,
just like,
dude, what was that
"Sounds
song?
Ed Sheeran."
What was that? Dude, you gotta play the shit that the girls like, man. That's one thing I got from Brian. Girls, gays, bartender.
Listen, there's no song that got me off the wallflower and get on the dance floor than Ed Sheeran "Shape of You," man.
That
I tell
is.
you what, I'm being sarcastic.
What was
You
the
kidding me?
What was the other one? The Drake one.
God, you are a lover boy.
The one dance.
I'm gonna one dance.
I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my
God, you
hand.
are
Bro,
are
you know
a
how many
lover
chicks
boy.
like I said, man, you grab their hand and start twirling them. Nowadays
That's
you start
fair.
doing that. You probably you get fucking no diddied.
Kicked out. Oh God, that's
Oh,
true.
dude.
Did you go to clubs? There were clubs were still a thing back. I know I'm like 5 years older than you. It might have been like after your time, but clubs, like honest to God.
Yeah, dude, I've been to
ratchet,
some
sweaty,
fucking
nasty
I've been to
clubs.
some crazy ass clubs overseas, dude. I was in Taipei, Taiwan, and I used to go to this club called Omni, and this was like 2016, 17 when the peak fire fucking EDM was out. Like that was when shit was sick. Like W&W, like all those heavy hitters were out. And man, I don't know, like even the song like "Don't Let Me Down," like "Don't Let Me Down, Down, Down." Dude, when that song came, when they're like "dun dun 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 dun," when that shit dropped at the club, like especially with all the surround sound, like people are around having a good time, especially Asians. Asians love. Asians have so much fun. It's insane. Like they're not standing up on the wall like waiting for some shit to go down. Like they're literally hanging out, like enjoying they're like, I'm out, I'm having fun, I'm having some drinks.
You know what? I hate to agree with you, but I think you're right.
It's 100%. What do you
We
mean?
did used to
I've
go out
experienced it.
and like have a good time, go to like frat basements and stuff.
Yeah, no, that was sweaty and dingy. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, why do you think that? Is it like the freaking phone generation or what? That's why
I think so too.
That.
Like I think so too. But also, man, I swear the music sucks. Like the music back in the day, man. Like I said, like steady mobbing. That was a fucking heater. We be steady mobbing.
What's the biggest song right now? Like, what's the equivalent of that in this day and age?
Shit, dude, I don't even know.
Some like Sabrina Carpenter, something more poppy.
Please, please, please. That's a little bit slow. Espresso. Oh, Pink Pony Club. Pink Pony Club goes crazy.
They played that at Martin Street Party, and it brought the place down.
Dude, what do you mean it brought the place down?
Like it was great. Like everybody was.
I don't know what it is, but that song, like, there was a funny ass reel this guy made. He was a construction worker, and he's like, I don't care who you are. No, he said, when you're a 40-year-old construction worker and Pink Pony Club comes on, and he starts singing it, and it's like he's like dancing and sweeping the floor. It's hilarious.
What's the song about? Is it like gay people?
I think it's about it talks about Tennessee. Yeah, it's hot.
Tennessee.
She I think the girl is from Tennessee. I think it's actually like a real kind of like a story. We got to get a producer to look this shit up for us. No, but I like that shirt, man.
Going from pattern to pattern, baby.
I like that hoodie. It's like a quilt.
I know. I got pissed off. I paid like $100 for it, thinking it was gonna be like stitched together like a quilt and cool. It's just this freaking screen print.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah, I got.
I mean, I
ripped
get
off.
it. That's cool though.
No, it's not. I need to get another one. I'm wearing it out. I wear the same thing, much like you. I see your closet over there. It's just like you're like
It's fucking plain.
you're a cartoon character. You're like Doug Funny. I do the same thing. Just have like the same shirt. Buy like a 6-pack of white tees.
Yeah, man.
Wear the
I
same pair of
literally
pants
I don't
every day.
wear like very graphic stuff. I need to. I used to wear shit like that all the time. I don't really know why I quit doing it. Oh, you know why? Because for me, this is like a thing for me. Is I would always go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls.
Yep.
And get super cool like patterned shirts,
Yep.
but I would wear them one time.
Yeah.
And the thing is I didn't want to wear. You don't want to wear like a patterned shirt. Like there's those people that, man, that they buy fucking Gucci shit and all this shit. And I'm like, bro, you've worn that thing. You've literally worn that 3 weekends.
That's what everybody says about me, baby. Because you're right. It's easier to get like a bunch of these shirts.
You can get
That's
away
why I
with
love the plain shirts.
you can get
wear
away
over
with
and
just
over
a
again.
straight plain green whatever color t-shirt.
You can wear the same blue jeans a week
All the
straight.
time.
Nobody's gonna say.
Bro,
a
I
thing.
wear the same black pants like 5 days in a row. Because you gotta think,
on
I
day
don't wear
20.
them all day long. I wear them at night, like going out to dinner. I'm wearing them 2 hours a night. What am I gonna go wash my shit for? I wear it for 2 hours. It doesn't make any sense. Unless I spilt like some crab bisque or lobster bisque on me or something.
Lobster. What are you eating?
I don't know, but that sounds pretty good.
This is why you need a girlfriend and a wife, man. To be like,
Yeah, they can cook.
no, to clean your shit and say, hey, you've been wearing the same thing over and over again. Like people, like girls that like when I go do trivia and stuff at the like other workers, they'll be like, you've worn that same thing last time, and that's what keeps me in check.
Yeah.
Like that's why I think having somebody.
And then my response is always, oh, there's such thing as a fucking washer and dryer. That's what I used to say.
Oh God.
Dude, I remember, because see, back in high school, that was a big thing. If you wore the same shit, people would clown the fuck out of you. Remember that? This
Yeah.
is when I was in school. Only thing you could wear the same is shoes. You can only wear the same shoes all the time. That's about all you got.
I just wore the same skinny jeans and Christian T-shirts. It was
Christian?
great. Yeah, man. I went to private Christian school through middle school.
Oh, dude, you're rich.
I was sold out. Oh no! When actually, Rich, we joined the church, the non-denominational church. They talked in tongues and shit. because
Oh,
my
damn.
mom was like,
See, it's all coming together.
yeah, and it had to like you got half off tuition if you were a member of the church. So we like joined the church, went from Southern Baptist to like 3 hour long sessions of them speaking in tongues and shit.
Damn.
And just to save half price. So went through that, got like sold out, and then went back to the public schools. I'm like, I'm gonna change everybody's life. They're gonna meet God because of me.
Oh,
Didn't work out well at all, man.
man, that's the thing, man. It's hard to like control the masses.
But it's fun.
Did it
though.
work?
Of course not. That's why I had to learn to be like, go into
Be like Hitler?
yeah, what?
Or be like Donald Trump?
That's what I had to
you
like.
know how people were like, Donald Trump's like Hitler.
That's how I had to lean into the funny guy shtick and the Joker archetype because I'm like, I'm not cool. I'm the dumb Christian
you're
guy.
cool.
I got to make people. Well, now I think I gave a shit. If you do what you want and don't give a shit, then it's cool.
It is.
But if you don't, then
It's
you're
like-
just a weirdo wearing weird shit.
It's like Wooderson on Dazed and Confused.
Never seen it.
You ever seen Dazed and Confused?
If it's longer than 10 minutes attention span,
You don't watch movies?
No.
Damn, Dazed and Confused is good. It's got Matthew McConaughey. It's got a lot of Ben Affleck. It was a lot of their first movies.
And why is this good? Why should I care about this?
It's about high school and like everyone's graduating and in the summer. It was the last day of school, going into the summertime, and it was based on the 70s. It was sick video, a sick movie actually. It's really cool. We should watch it. At least try.
No.
But Wooderson, anyways, in the movie, he's like the cool guy, but he's like also 21 years old, hanging out with the high schoolers. But he's like the cool, you know what I'm talking about? But he's the cool guy, but he's like hanging out with the high schoolers, which makes him not cool. But he like never comes back to make sure you're coming with him, you know?
But we're living that lifestyle now. We refuse to grow up, refuse to graduate from
Peter
high school,
Pan,
college. Yeah, but we enjoy it. Neverland is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, look what you're wearing.
And you're just, I know, I would never be allowed to wear this out in public.
Like
I remember going to Italy and I was so excited with Brittany. I'm like, I'm gonna pack my American flag shirt.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm like,
God,
"Dude,
yeah,
I
that's
need a
actually
t-shirt
the
like
worst
this."
thing. You can't do that.
I didn't. That's what she said. And I was like, what are you talking about? And we'd be like, oh, look at this cool American. Like, no, you don't go to another country and like
Represent, yeah.
how big you are.
It's hard.
But you discount that. You discount what is on the outside of Never Neverland because you said, like, oh, life is good. We have a good life. Only thing we're missing is like a wife. But it's more than that. It's the wife, the kids, the legacy, bloodline, family. Discounting all of that. But you don't see that unless you enter through the door, which we don't want to pass through, which is having to leave Never Neverland and commit to Wendy and going out and experiencing the world in a different way. But you have to sacrifice in order to do that.
Yeah.
So why aren't we willing to sacrifice? We're very comfortable living this life. We do whatever we want.
Because I think it's a
when we
commitment
want.
thing. We have commitment issues.
Yeah, but
You have
we're
to commit to that.
but we're self-aware enough to know,
know that
that
it's a
there's something on the
commitment
other
issue.
side. So it's easy. Like it's an easy excuse when people say that. But I know you're smarter than that, and I know I'm smarter than that. But we still choose to be on the teat of our independence and doing whatever we want. But what's true freedom if you can't play with it?
With somebody else?
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. So it sounds like you're trying to find someone, man.
But also,
Are you actively looking though? A lot of people say that you find it when you're not looking.
but we've been not looking our entire lives, and it hasn't been working out at all.
That's true. Damn.
So what kind of effort do we need to put into it?
I don't know. That's a question that you got to ask the man upstairs.
But this is like a lot of people. Isn't this like especially
Man,
males?
honestly, dude, you and I could go out like right now. We could swipe on Tinder and find somebody and go on a date like in the next couple of days and get married in 6 months.
So why not? It's
Because
that
it's like
easy.
that. It really is that easy.
It's
I
a
say it's
numbers
not.
game.
Like I say, I mean, you can say whatever, but like at the end of the day, it's settling. You're settling for something, and I think you and I want something better.
But what is better than like? And settling is almost a negative connotation.
It is. It is kind of a negative connotation. But
That's
at the
like
end
you
of the day,
saying
it's
you're
like
settle to do a set at
it's-
202.
it's
You're
like,
not settling to do a set. You
no,
enjoy it.
I just honestly wanted to make some money tonight.
Not even 202 anywhere, man. God, but like, why is settling so bad? That does sound terrible.
Yeah, hell yeah, it sounds terrible.
I don't know if there's anybody out there like to actually would they need to be is your perfect person? Is it somebody who is like rock steady, solid, consistent lifestyle to keep you grounded? Or is it going to take somebody as equally insane as we are to be doing something different to keep our interests?
It's funny that
Which also sounds crazy.
It's funny you say that because I actually met a female version of myself a little while back.
Tell me, because that's something else. If you manifest it and ask for it,
another
universe will
question,
give it
a
to you.
question that my friend that asked me one time, because I used to have like crazy debates when especially like few years ago.
Now we're getting somewhere.
With my coworkers, and they were like your age at the time, you know.
Fuck you.
No, like your age now then. So like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like 26 and they were like 35.
Mm-hmm.
But they were always talking like, and I was like, man, what do you need a wife for? You know, blah, blah. Like this one guy, Sean, would like chime in, be like, well, my wife, she cooks for me and makes sure I save money by cooking for me, and she does my laundry. And I was like, yeah, but you mean to tell me that your wife saves you money so you don't have to go out to eat for lunch? I was like, she just made you spend $8,000 on a couch. I was like, I was like, she's helping you save money so she can enjoy it. But that was like a joke. But
he enjoys it too. Like that's.
But he enjoys it. Like that's part of his thing. And like, you know, they're host parties and all kinds of stuff. And like, it made sense. Like I was just being like a dickhead. But at the end of the day, my friend Xavier was always like, because I'd be like complaining about some girl. I remember I was like seeing this girl at the time, and I just up and went to Houston. Just to go to Houston because my boy was down there and I was looking at real estate. This was before I bought that house. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm going down here to check out some work or like try to find a house to buy, like whatever. Well, you tell someone that, but then they see you on Instagram and Facebook and shit like that, out with your boys, partying all the time, doing this, doing that. That doesn't really look too good on paper. You know what I'm saying?
she's right.
Yeah, exactly. And so I mean, like I know that now, but back then I was like, "What's this girl tripping about?"
Which, by the way, I also completely agree with you. Fuck her. Who's she to tell you what to do?
But at the end of the day, it's still a respect. But we weren't like really. I mean, whatever. I mean, but anyways, Xavier told me this is hilarious because he's like, "Would you date someone like yourself?" And I was like, "Man, fuck yeah, man! What the fuck you talking about?" Like I love me. Like I was, you know, had that ego, like talking shit. Like I'm a motherfucker. Who the fuck? Why would I date? Look at me. Like I got this. He goes, all right. Well, would you date a girl that would just up and hop on a plane and go to Houston, and then you see that she was partying the whole time? And I was like, ooh. I was like, no fucking way, dude. You got me. He got me. And I was like, no, fuck no. I wouldn't do that. Like what are you talking about? He's like, exactly. He's like, so you're gonna have to change yourself about yourself. He's like, you want to be the guy? Are you gonna be the guy that you? And I mean, this is a new thing that I heard recently, but it's like, are you going to be the guy that be a male version of yourself that you would want your daughter to date?
Yes, to attract. But here's the thing: our lifestyles, the way we live them, will not attract women. They'll attract the women that enjoy a fun,
at the moment,
short time.
Yeah. Here for a good time, not a long time.
But anybody who's truly like compatible, like you think you're going to settle down with,
talking to the mic, man.
Are we really going to find them? We have to change our lifestyle now to attract the people that we want. We have this dumb mindset to where they're going to find us and change us.
No.
I want somebody that I'd push that back if they try to change me.
That's crazy. Exactly. And that way I look at it is like, think of this, for example. I'm not trying to like, come on, man. Like, do I want to go to work and come home and go to work and come home and then eventually meet somebody? And because like I had another friend, he was like, yeah, well, you need to, you know, he's like, you should look into being the man that you would want to be for your yes. future girl. But I was like, yeah, but I mean, what the fuck's the fun in that? Like, I want to still go on solo trips like I do. Like, I don't want to, like, why would I act like I have a girl when I don't have one? It doesn't make any sense.
Fair.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like both sides of the coin are worth something. But I'm just saying.
Okay, what about the once you find them? Fair. I'll take that. I'll accept that. Once you find them, are you willing to stop doing those things?
Now, I want somebody that is willing to do it with me. Until we, you know, obviously, eventually you'll have kids. But I mean,
You've also said how much you enjoy solo traveling, and that's inherently
no. I do enjoy solo traveling, but I mean, I would still enjoy it with people because I've been on trips with like girlfriends and stuff, and it's always fun. It's just as fun, but it's hard because I'm so spontaneous. I'm like, all right, look, let's go down the street and go to this restaurant. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I need to know what to bring. I mean, I had a girlfriend at the time, and we went somewhere for my birthday, and I was just like, I'm the type where it's like, let's hop in the car and just start driving.
Yep.
But some people aren't like that. Some people are like, no, I need to know what to pack. I need to know this. I need to know that. I need to know what are we doing? How long are we going for? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I need to, and I'm just like, nah, let's just fucking get in the car and go.
Use the clothes in your backpack like I do. They don't get it.
Yeah, it was a lot. But how do you explain that? How do you explain that to somebody that's not willing, like that's just not open to something like that. But then again, you get somebody that you take them on a trip like that, and they're like, "Damn, that was actually pretty fucking cool," and then they want to keep doing it.
But it's an uphill
But
battle.
a girl's got to like you though. They won't do that if they don't like you.
Have you ever had any girls that you met like that who didn't want to do that though? I'd imagine you're a fun go.
Man,
fun-loving guy.
I've had some girlfriends, and then not to bash or nothing, but I've had some girlfriends that were. I'd be like, "Hey, let's go on this trip," and they're like, "Oh no," and then it just never happened, and I would be like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like,
So that's not the girl for you. So you're not going to
Yeah.
find those people.
yeah.
But the ones that go
At
out
that moment.
with you, that's what I've struggled
That's
with,
what I'm
like
saying.
going out with people, especially on vacation. I've got luckily really good friends who give me a lot of grace because I know that I like to come and exit people's lives like at my own leisure, which is not
That's
a good
how
thing.
I am.
Which I mean, it's fun for me.
You come and
but-
go as you please.
Yes, and God bless them. The ones that do stick around and hang around long term, they realize that and just roll their eyes and just.
But that also means you like to be in the honeymoon phase.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just you see the best version of everybody. You never really get to know somebody.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Think about it. Think about it. Like, look at me. I have 7 fucking friend groups. Like, I literally could go to a lot of. I literally have different friends, but I don't stick around long enough for them to really see like
Ooh,
me.
ooh, yes.
Because like, I mean, everybody's a piece of shit in their own way. I mean, not everyone's a piece of shit, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
So is that
there's
our way?
always something that somebody doesn't like.
So that's our way of even protecting ourselves and not being too vulnerable, because then they could
Yeah,
possibly
there you go.
find and learn about us. Are
Yeah.
you able to be vulnerable with the girls that you do date? Be honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty vulnerable with
Pretty vulnerable, because that sounds like you're not completely vulnerable.
them. I'm pretty completely.
Pretty completely. I don't believe you. What are you not vulnerable about? Because I definitely have not. Aside from my grandmother, the only person I've loved unconditionally in my life who's been dead for a long time, only person I've opened up to completely, or as close to as completely as you can as a human. Are we
Was
ever?
your grandmother?
What?
That was your grandmother that you?
Yes.
Yeah, same here. My grandma's the only. I don't open up to anybody but her, really.
Why haven't you been able to open up completely to the girls you have dated?
I don't know. Actually, I never really do until after.
And have the girls
Until it's already over. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And you're like, fuck, I should have done this.
God, so we're not vulnerable enough is the problem to give it. Oh, actually, I like that analogy with the friend group thing, because the friend group thing, you get to go chase the dopamine rush of the honeymoon phase.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about it like this. When you're not always around, and I'm just going to speak from experience, because I used to do this when I used to travel. You remember, yeah, I think I was traveling all the time. I was doing something that nobody else was doing at that moment, especially in a small town. When I would come back, it'd be like, "Yo, Spence, man, oh my god, dude, good to see you." Blah blah. Blah. And you get that. It is a rut. Like it's kind of like it's a weird like rock star feeling when people like. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like not and like
It's elusive. Oh God,
it's elusive.
Levi's finally
But-
came out to hang out again.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then also it stems to meeting new girls, because there might be a girl in the group that doesn't. It's like, but I'm just gonna tell you what I used to do. I used to play that angle. Like I'd pull up and all the homies would be like, "What's up, man?" Blah blah blah.
Yes.
And then there'd be a girl and they're like, "Wait, who's this guy?" And I would never introduce myself.
You
and
are
then,
really good at this.
And
This
then
is
they
good.
would come up and talk to me.
This is good. This is good.
Yeah,
but
it's crazy.
That's still, even if she was a cool girl, you wouldn't settle down with her because you robs us of the dopamine honeymoon phase.
Probably.
God, this is tough, man. This
It's
is
life,
tough.
man. It's crazy.
So, what about your friends? Anybody in your friend group you've spoken? You want another beer?
Oh, dude, we're only an hour in, bro. We were fucking getting it. We need to do 2.
So we're at two. We're
Well, let's just kill the beers.
2 beers in. Okay, I'll try. It's harder to drink out of this. Do you have any friends?
Is it hard to drink out of it?
Do you have any friends that think they've got it figured out and that truly, not trying to be nice and yeah, they have a good relationship, but anybody where you can look at, point and say, I'd like to model my relationship after what they have?
Oh man.
I don't think I know anybody.
Yeah, because
truly.
dude, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Well, even
like
assuming that what
like
you
my
don't know
grandparents,
doesn't
like
exist.
like my grandparents, right? I'll just say that they're probably one of the best.
Okay. Why?
Well, time doesn't mean anything. You can be with somebody for fucking 100 years and hate them the whole time. But like, you know, they've never. Now, I've experienced my grandparents. I'm 30 now. I've only experienced them. We'll just write off the first 4 years of my life. So like, we'll just say 25 years. I've known my grandparents for 25 years. So my granddad just turned 87. So I've known him since he was 60, in theory, right? So my grandma was probably in her late 50s at the time. Granddad early 60s. So, I've only known them as mature older people, so there was never any animosity in life. Like I've never seen my grandparents argue. I've never seen. They have like back and forth, but I'm talking like
Yeah.
my mom and dad. Like
Yeah.
love my mom and dad, whatever.
Sure.
But my dad used to slap the shit out of my mom and stuff.
It's a hell of a transition.
Yeah. No, but that's why I'm fucked up too, probably because I'm like, damn.
And you love your father for that.
I've seen that experience, but then I've seen my grandparents. So it's like I've seen like what real love is, and then I've seen like what a broken home is. It's fucking crazy.
Huh.
So like I'm on both avenues.
But are we not putting our grandparents on a pedestal at all?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're putting your grandparents on a pedestal, but just like they put their grandchildren on a pedestal. Like I'm sure you were probably. I mean, are you an only child? You got a sibling or anything?
Younger sister.
Younger sister. She was probably the youngest, but you're still the bloodline. You're the boy, so you probably held the last name, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it's an
that's
inside
what
joke
helps.
in my family. Like, our grandparents loved all of us, but they really loved me because it's the firstborn.
That's
You
how.
can't get around
So
that.
so that's how. So even though my last name's Carter, like not trying to cut you off, but it's the same concept. Like their last name is Thomas, but I was like the first boy, and my grandparents raised me. So like I'll forever like they call me their son. You know. So like that's just the way that is.
So the common thread here seems to be unconditional love again. We are only person we've shown unconditional love to is our grandparents because they showed unconditional love to us.
Yeah, and I think that's just like a normal thing. I mean, well, I wouldn't say normal because there's probably grandparents that hate their grandkids, I guess. But yeah,
That's the healthy as it should be. Have you ever met and had engaged in any relationship to any capacity to where you felt unconditional love from somebody else aside from your grandparents?
probably my mom.
Okay, another good easy one with your
Yeah.
parents. But like outside of that, outside of bloodline,
Probably my buddy Nick. He's my best friend.
how is that manifested?
Because we've seen each other through different seasons in our lives, and like there's times where we probably
Okay.
shouldn't have fucked with each other, but like we never. I was like, damn it, man. Like he'd always be like, oh man, you know, Spencer's or vice versa, you know.
You know what? I'll buy that. There are friends, especially same gender, unconditionally love. What about opposite sex, romantic involved? Let's get really fun.
Romantic. Nah, I really haven't experienced that yet.
So, but no girls ever offer that to you, even if you were not ready to accept it at that point.
No, because I feel like I've never submitted to women, and women only submit to men that submit to them.
Talk to me. This is another good one. You've never submitted to a woman.
No, because
Okay.
but I have a lot of past like, you know, like I mean, we can get deep into it, but
Tell me.
I've seen a lot of different angles of how people are.
That's a good way to
And
get
I've seen a
jaded.
lot of
Absolutely.
yes,
And you put up
exactly.
defenses where they don't experience that again.
Yeah, even
Can
it's
also
like
hurt
even
you.
not even just for myself. Like I've seen somebody at work that had this happen to them or something happen. You know.
Do you have the problem of even if you meet a good girl that could possibly bloom into something meaningful, unconditional love, whatever you want to call it?
Then I wouldn't be ready.
So which goes back to that. What is it going to take for you to be? Where are you at now, and where do you want to be? Like starting there.
I don't know.
What was what iteration of you? Like how does it even look? We are so fucked up. How does it
Yeah, I
look
know we're fucked up.
to
It's
even
crazy.
be open to it? But part of it's talking through it and working through it.
Yeah, we're doing like a therapy session.
Because it's easy to ask somebody who has it, but it's
Without
like
getting
like asking you like, how do you DJ so well? You'd be like, dude, unless you do it, you won't understand it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So why don't you allow yourself to even be vulnerable? You do allow yourself to be vulnerable with these girls to some extent, because you wouldn't get your heart broken if you weren't a little vulnerable.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I guess like I said, patterns. Like if I see the way that somebody is, and I'm like, damn, I kind of seen this before. I don't really give them the benefit of the doubt.
That's something else too. And I want to say, use the word bitter, but I almost feel because
Bitter, yeah,
I
makes
get it.
sense.
I get the vibe from you, and any vibe I get from you, because you know I project everything, every question I ask you back onto myself.
My head. Shit.
Like I'm really good at analyzing things and coming up. I'm always big on expect the best, prepare for the worst, but I lean too much on the prepare for the worst to where I'm
Yep.
over analyzing and saying, oh, she made a mistake here, made a mistake there. This is grounds for me and justification for me to self-sabotage this relationship.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing too is I'm always moving around. I saw this girl. There's this what's that girl? This is a woman, but we used to we hung out like a little bit ago. Like so I don't even know when, like last year, a couple years ago. But super cool, super fun. I actually like hung out with her a little bit here and there, and I ended up seeing her out one night, like recently.
Okay, love it.
And I was like, you know what I'm saying, man? I was like, oh, what's going on, you know? So I was trying to hit on her a little bit, and I knew she was a little
Get
whatever.
that dopamine hit again.
Yeah. You know.
Get to
See-
be
well,
the,
see
be
if
the
I see,
hero.
see if I can go stay at the house, you know? And I was just like talking to her or whatever. Well, she's like, yeah, you know, I definitely would let you come over, but you know, I have a boyfriend now. And I was like, damn, okay, like I respect it. You know, I'm not gonna like step over the toes or anything. But I forgot where I was going with this. But I wasn't available. She literally told me, she's like, yo, you know, I really liked hanging out with you. This is what she hit me with. She goes, I really like hanging out with. I liked hanging out with you. Blah blah blah. But you weren't around. You actually left and went overseas or whatever. And I mean, eventually you got to move on. And an older woman will tell you that. A younger woman's probably not going to tell you that because
Holy shit, you're right.
yeah. So it's like I wasn't really available. So she had to. I mean, I wouldn't say settle, but like she had to find somebody else. So, which is okay. That's actually perfectly fine. But that's happened to me in multiple occasions. Like, you know, there was this gal that I worked. Well, she worked in the same compound as me. Dude, it was great. She was like super awesome. Same concept, you know. I left my contract and she started dating this dude. And she told me, she was like, hey, you know, getting some interest out here these days. You know, blah, blah. I was like, damn. But you know what's crazy is it ended up being the guy that she would eat dinner. So back to that, we're gonna talk about some crazy shit. Like she would eat dinner with this guy, and then like 8 o'clock, you know, I would be in the same dining facility as her. She'd be with the guy.
Facility.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
Weirdo.
Defects. That's what they call. Okay. So then all of a sudden, she'd be kind of looking at me while she was eating, whatever, and then you know he'd hold the door for her, put her tray away for her, and then all of a sudden I get a text message like, "Hey, my door locks at 8," and I would come over, and I had like a roommate at the time. She had her own place, so I would go over there. We'd hang out. She had alcohol. Dude, it felt so much at home.
Would you hang out or bang out?
No, we'd hang out.
Okay.
We'd enjoy ourselves. But see, we were both going through times in life. Like I just broke up with my one girlfriend at the time, and I think her mother had just passed. So we were kind of there for each other in like our own little way. But man, I mean, that was good times.
But going back to your point about like, I love it. You said,
but once I was gone, she pretty much like went and started dating that guy.
As she should.
I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like she was calling me to come up and take care of that shit.
Isn't that crazy to think that the world goes on
without you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hell yeah. It's like I mean, not to sound like that, but like if you die tomorrow, your job's going to replace you.
That was my, yeah. That nothing fucking matters. I spent so much time trying to build war chest, money, legacy. When even statistically in 2 generations, the money's squandered and gone.
That's why I don't care.
It's great. It's so sense of relief.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I had to talk to my grandparents about that too, because I mean, and this is a difficult topic to talk about.
Let's talk about it.
But like, no, with your family is kind of what I'm saying. Like with your grandparents, like, you know, they're getting old. The day's gonna come, right? So the day's coming. One day they're gonna pass away.
Let's talk about this because I struggle with this so much. I feel like you love your grandparents as much as I did, and they like that was once they're dead. I didn't care about anything anymore in the best way possible.
That's kind of, I mean, really, they're the reason why I come back home.
It was, and that's what scares
Genuinely.
me.
That's why, like, I mean, that she called, but I'm sure it was just she's getting older. She's been calling me a lot more lately. She's just kind of getting a little senile, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
But how do you feel about that? Because I remember too, like, I didn't want my grandparents to die. They were the only thing keeping the world meaningful.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird because my grandparents are like, it's almost like they're fucking, they just don't age, man. It's weird. My granddad, he's getting a little more whatever now, but that dude has looked the same since I was born.
Once they're dead,
my grandma too.
Once they're dead, how do you think your life will look differently or be different?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I mean,
because you say they're the reason you come back, but there's more than one reason.
I mean, my
mom
too.
Reason.
I mean, my mom. You know, like I'd say that them, but like my mom's still. We have a pretty.
Okay. Do you think you're any sense of release or relief? Because they're not dying yet, but once they start, remember like when grandma got cancer, I was like, all right, this is it. She's going to die. Just a matter of when, not if.
When, yeah.
And it was like almost like when you're not in the sweet relief phase yet, because they're still kicking it, and you want them to keep kicking as long.
Yeah,
as
I mean,
possible.
they're not. Yeah. I'm about to say like there's no like when you get into. So like my father passed away like traumatically, at a young age when I was like 13. So like that's like somebody fucking just punching you right in the face. Just out of the blue, like in a way, but like somebody that's like slowly fucking hurting you.
I was gonna say also a great way to die, like being on the receiving end and the giving end. Like if I'm gonna die, I want it to be quick and painless, and like to having somebody else you love die, much rather be quick and painless than a long drawn out.
That's like, you know, my mom dated this guy and he was actually just recently shot and killed. It was kind of crazy. That's
by your mom?
No.
God, okay.
That's a whole other story. But
not on the air, man.
Huh?
Not on the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it was on the news.
Is she involved?
No.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll say that for another podcast. But anyways, they ended up finding, I think, throat cancer when they did the autopsy and shit. So like at the end of the day, he was kind of on the way out anyways. And I almost thought about it, and I said this. I was like, that sounds kind of fucked up. But I was like, you know, in a way, it's kind of like better that it was just done. I mean, I don't know how long you laid there, but
Oh God! And back to your grandparents again too. So when I was,
damn, this conversation's getting dark.
dude, this is the meaningful ones though. I hate talking about weather. This is good. So when my grandparents were dying and died, I was dating Leslie, and it was like I really it was a really good situation, and it way it panned out whatever, but really good, happy. But you are would be like if my grandparents died where I am now in life, which is we're going around aimlessly trying to figure out love. So question to you is what what are your grandparents' opinions on your lifestyle now, and do they want to see their little boy in love with a good girl?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely want to. I think that's definitely relevant.
So be honest, what do they say? Do they like what do they
I mean, I've brought a lot of different
you bring good girls around and they
yeah,
like them?
yeah. That's the weird part is like a lot of the girls that I brought around my grandparents actually genuinely liked.
But do they want you to? Are they like, hey, we want you to find a good girl, settle down? Are they cool with? Oh, Spencer's just
But
a fly by the seat of his
they
pants?
understand that times have changed. So back in the day, when you married somebody, you kind of married them to survive because you needed dual income.
Fair,
to live,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
Nowadays, I feel like it's just like emotional support.
That's true, but we might get back to the point where you need it to survive because you need to income.
Dude, I know. I was thinking about it, man. Back in the day, I was living off of $200 every 2 weeks. I can't do
And
that
that's
anymore.
something else, another thing, grave we've dug for ourselves, because at least people, laymen, most normal people, it might not be the biggest part like it was back in the day, but it's a big one. You marry somebody so you can do things in life, like buy a house, go on vacation, like
'Cause
actually
you weren't
live life.
single doing that shit back in the day.
No, but the thing is, like now we're in a position to where
You can
we've
do
done our
that.
little entrepreneur endeavors to where we don't need somebody else necessarily.
So that's another thing.
do that.
So I think, and this sounds like whatever, but
Say,
for guys like me and you, and I don't want to sound like a misogynistic fucking, is that what they say?
no, just say this is great.
Asshole, egotistical, whatever. But like we've already kind of done the things like you just said, what we wanted to do. Building with somebody is kind of out of the question. Like when you get fresh out of high school and you're dating, like you start dating a girl at 19, right? You've probably already found your job at the moment. You're still trying to navigate life and do things, and then you're trying to like be better, blah blah. You know, then you hit like 30. You're still with the same girl, right? So you meet her at 19, 20. We'll say 20, easy numbers. 10 years later, you're a completely different person too. So like you're navigating different seasons in your life with somebody, so you're building. But I feel like if you don't meet anybody in the early stages of life, you're kind of already where you want to be, you know?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like I just met a lot of guys that I've worked with over the years and people I know that have dated or like they've been married for a long time, whatever. And they're like, yeah, man, I bought that truck. Like I could barely afford this and blah, blah, blah. So they live like a particular stage in life. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Kind of lost myself. It's probably the beers.
No, this is great. This is great.
Like they built with somebody. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, or like their credit was fucked up and their girl helped them or something weird. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Because that in my dream world, I want to build something cool, probably a business or something, but just something greater than the sum of its parts with somebody.
Yeah, that's what I like. I mean, I think that shit's cool.
But are we gonna? Your perfect girl? What is she gonna look like? Is she gonna be somebody who's a go-getter, entrepreneur, big
I don't
one?
fucking know. Well, see, that's the thing.
Yeah, you do. Like, what's your? Would you ever get to a
Honestly,
girl who's
I would like a chick that.
housewife?
Nah, I don't like the. I don't like the stay-at-home wife shit.
Why?
I just think it gives them too much time to think.
Like, take care of your kids?
No. I don't know. Like again, you know, I'm a big patterns guy. Like
So
a
you
lot
do
of
know
people.
what you
A
want.
lot
What
of
do you
people.
want? You don't.
I do want
that.
a girl that works. I mean, like my grandma. So like my grandma always worked,
Okay.
and none of her. What was it?
I agree with you, by the way. I'm just pushing
none
to
of
see why.
none of her. So none of my granddad's brothers' wives worked, and they used to make fun of my grandma because they would be
Interesting.
like, oh, my grandma will tell you this. Like she'll be like, oh yeah, or they'd be like, oh yeah, we don't have to work. Our husband's making enough money, and my grandma's like, yeah, but I want to make my own money. Like I don't want to fucking. Why would I want to rely on my man? Like, and it's not like a.
Isn't that crazy? That sounds
But it's
bad.
but
it's
it
also,
does sound
like,
bad. But it's a
also
sense
good.
of freedom. You don't want your girl to rely on you because then you could all. I mean, I don't care what anybody says, man. You subconsciously throw that shit back in their face. You know?
You're getting into a conversation where we need to get Neil into the room. It would be super fun to have. Because I'm serious. Like, that's why I love arguing with him, because it's like everybody has their own way they think about life. And that's why I love you guys, because I can argue with you all and nobody takes it personally.
I know you're interviewing me, man. It's supposed to be me interviewing you.
No, this is great. We got to do a 3-way with Neil, man. Neil's into that stuff too. He'd really enjoy it. But like because there's a fine line between, because if you have the stay-at-home mom, then when you have kids, begs the question: you send them off to daycare, spend $2,000 a month for childcare to have somebody else raise your kid, or
yeah, I mean, I've seen people like that too. Like I've seen there's someone I know. She was really wealthy. Her and her husband had a kid, and like they had a nanny, dude. They were loaded, and it's like you never really raised your kid. You just had a kid because it was like a cool thing to do. Let's get married and post it, and let's have a kid.
do you want to have kids?
Yeah.
Okay, so one extreme or the other. Pick one. Stay-at-home wife to rear your children, not have a stranger raise them, and yes, you have to pay for their living because they have a job, which is taking care of the household. Or having a driven wife. I get why you do, because you want somebody like.
I'm not saying driven like that either. Like just willing to just be independent, I guess you'd say.
What's the difference?
Because think about it. If I pass away, if I have a stay-at-home mom and I die, what the fuck are my kids gonna do?
Better have
Unless I have a fucking life insurance plan.
or
But it's like, and it's like you have an old lady that doesn't even have a college degree or never worked in the past 10 years. Then what's gonna happen? That shit happens.
What if your old lady is helping you with your business along the way?
Now that's a whole different concept because she really has a job at that point.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it might take away from the kids too.
I'm talking like a full stay-at-home, not working wife.
You make it sound so terrible.
It's not terrible sometimes.
That's something else too.
It works for
just
people.
much like our life.
It might not work for me.
We like
but
to
it might
think
work for
we can
somebody
live
else.
in the shade of gray in between, but there's some things where you kind of got to shit or get off the pot and like go for it.
Yeah.
Because like, can you really have a stay-at-home mom who also has a job? Can we really live a lifestyle where we do whatever we want and also have a semblance of a relationship? Is that actually possible, or do we have to sacrifice something, much like the woman sacrificing her career to be a stay-at-home mom?
Yeah, it happens. Could you be a stay-at-home dad?
I would.
Ooh, that's another one.
I thought about this. This is a really good one. I think I want to say yes, because wouldn't that be a job in and of itself? Is raising your kids to be the best iteration of themselves? Like, throw all your weight behind that.
That's true.
Or would you?
I only had one stay-at-home dad.
What do you strive for? Like, what keeps you going? Momentum. Humans are beasts of burden.
It's funny you say that, man. I really don't have any goals.
So if we have no goals, why do we have such a problem pivoting and trying new things?
Because I'm not like, let's say starting this podcast, we'll use an easy example. I don't have a goal to be a fucking #1 podcaster on Spotify. Mm-hmm. Just doing shit for fun, dude.
It's fun just to do it, but we can't do it.
But I found that doing that is actually more fun, because now, like Joe Rogan, I was thinking about this. I was like, dude, I need to play a song before I start the shit.
Okay.
Because it'd be cool, right? Like, like they always do. They're like, hey, Joe, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, something. I don't know. Like you playing ukulele or something funny.
I'm telling you, you need to make yourself an intro. Make yourself an intro with your DJ tag.
But the thing is you'll get copyright nowadays. They'll fucking shut your shit down. And it's like there's stuff that a lot of these big podcasters can't even post, or they can't be like, check out this song, man. This is the song I'm talking about. Oh wait, we can't play it live, so they would have to snip it out. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It's because they're big. Like, if we broke all the rules now, well, I don't know now with AI and shit.
It'd be the time to do it, because you can't demonetize you if you're not making any money.
Just like saying the N-word.
You said you do it one time. Go for
it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's buried in an hour and a half. It's time if you're gonna do it now.
Nah, I can't do it. That's crazy.
You told me you were itching
I'll
to
do
do
it if you do it.
Jesus Christ.
No, but for real though, that's hilarious, because I was thinking, like, you said that shit at the coffee shop the other day, and I was laughing because I was like, dude, you're right. When you aren't making money, nobody gives a fuck. But the second that you start making $1, that's a wrap, dude. You're done.
Yep.
You're done.
That's when you get the Patreon. Get that going. Get it behind a paywall. But God, going back to you were saying about you're the rock star walking into a new friend group every time because we're flaky. We can come in and come out.
That's a good one, huh?
Oh, it's so good. I love it. So I'm trying to stick to it. So on the one side of the coin, that's great, because you're absolutely right. The dopamine rush from that. Mm-hmm. But on the other side of the coin, from the people on the receiving end, you're right. There's the girls that receive it like, who is this new person? Who is this rock star?
But see, now we're always there, so we've lost that probably.
Yeah, but that's why you got to go to the next one and fuck up your life and everything else. Yeah. But on the flip side of that coin, you have the type of girls that you probably want to settle down with, to where they're also interested in, like, hey, who is who's this Spencer guy just came in? And they're like, oh, that's Spencer. Like, he's a great guy, fucking life of the party, awesome DJ, travels the world. And the next question would be, okay, well, why haven't I seen him before? Oh, well, he kind of comes and goes as he pleases, you know, but that's what
Yeah.
makes him him, you know? So you're not actually getting the right gravitation of people. You're getting the groupies around. But
Yeah,
you're
that's
not getting
fair.
the good ones.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I've noticed that. I mean, this happened to me in multiple friend groups where I've been the single guy out of a lot of groups. So like, I'll hang it, and especially over now that I'm in my 30s.
What are the quotes for? Take them out.
Because I just turned 30.
No, you are
So
30.
It's a joke. No, fuck yeah, no, I'm not in my 20s anymore. But it's funny because
You're crashing out. I love it.
the thing is, with friend groups that I've had over the years, and it's nothing bad. It makes sense, you know. But it's like everybody, like I'm hanging out with a group of guys, right? And then one guy gets a girlfriend. Then another guy gets a girlfriend. Then another guy gets a girlfriend. Then the other guy.
Never Land.
And
The
then-
Lost Boys aren't together anymore, so it's lame.
And then it's lame because it's like, fuck, man. Like, it's all a couples thing now. What the fuck is this?
And we're the
then-
only ones still in
and then-
Neverland.
Exactly. I'm the only one in Neverland. So then what happens is you get exiled from the island.
Ooh.
And it is what it is. It's not a problem. I mean,
Not even exiled. You exile yourself because everybody leaves the island that you're on.
well, there you go. Actually, the next thing you're the one on the island. You're not even exiled. They're not even kicking you out.
Exactly.
They're on the boat. They're going back to the land. Dude.
They're going to meet Wendy and this whole other life outside of.
Yeah. While I'm
being an
over here with
adolescent.
fucking Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. So like, what is it? Why?
That was a Castaway
It's
reference.
fun because we enjoy it, but is it getting less? Are you getting less enjoyment out of it now that there's no Lost Boys around you? Be honest. Like you're my Lost Boy right now. That's why we gravitate towards each other because everybody
'Cause we-
else
yeah, that's
is dating
true.
somebody.
Yeah, it's
So we can
true.
either enter into a homosexual relationship or fix ourselves and find a good girl.
that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's your choice.
So I
man.
think
I'm serious.
no. What's crazy about it is, I was thinking about it, like a lot of these dudes that have, or even girl, whatever, that have significant others. I used to say SO, but then SO also means sex offender. I don't really like saying that.
Well, they both work for you, so you can keep going.
Anyway, so so the significant others.
Anyways.
I wonder like how a girlfriend would be like, oh yeah, like you're going to Spencer's house to have some beers and talk on a podcast. Like I wonder how like that would go. Like I want to get
Good.
Brian. I want to get Brian on it, and I know Hannah would be cool. But I'm thinking of some of my friends' girls. Like, would they be cool with that?
Why wouldn't they?
Actually, no. But a lot of the people that I'd like to have on it do have cool, significant SOs.
Is the problem? And the question is, can you have an engaging podcast, a vulnerable podcast?
Well,
when
that's
you
the
have
thing, man.
somebody
You got to
else?
dance around the topics a little bit, you know. Like Joey Diaz, for example. I
He
just use
talks
him.
about
He
anything.
talks about like the girl's ass he ate. Yeah, I still talk to her once in a while. I'm like, dude, you're married and shit. That's hilarious.
Have you ever met anybody?
But that's cool
friends, that
though.
can
But
talk about
honestly,
that?
at the end of the day, though, if you can't be that real, why be that? Like, why would you be in a relationship? Like, who the fuck wants to be in a relationship where they have to like dance around who they are?
Would you be okay with your
You know?
significant other talking about their love life the way Joey Diaz does about his?
See, there you go. That's another conversation.
There's the double standard.
Yep.
We do it ourselves. I love saying what I want when I want, but
I'm gonna
how
take
we
my pee
actually
here
be
soon.
able to give into it. Oh man, that's something we have to. Oh, we're such children.
Because see, we're single guys. So right now, if you think about it, we can say whatever the fuck we want. We can talk about like anything. But when you have a relationship, it's different. Like you can't talk about like, hey, well, what about when you cheated on your girl last week or something funny? Like I don't know. I'm just throwing out like a
Even, like,
random.
my favorite
Like, yeah, remember that
podcasters
fucking.
do
Yeah, remember
do
that. That's true. It's like you remember that dude that fucking. You know, you podcast a chick or something. And you're like, yeah, remember that dude I introduced you to that I didn't even know who he was. Like, you know, because I have a friend. Like I have friends like that are just. You can't do that. Like they got a boyfriend now.
God, or have your significant other tell a story the way, like you can.
I don't want to get
about
this on the on the.
a past sexual experience. You're like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, like nobody wants to hear that. Like I remember I would go out with one girl, and there would be a dude that she had slept with, and she'd be like, "Ah, fuck, you know, so and so's here." Like, we fucked it. I'm like, yo, why are you telling me this?
Why does that bother you so much?
It's just it's irrelevant. I'm not gonna point out a girl that I've fucked.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not gonna point out a girl to a girl I'm with that I've slept with.
Okay, fair. We were with. Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay, that's fair.
Now, I mean,
What if you heard about her talking about it on a podcast that with you not in the room, just her and her girlfriend talking about it? Like, remember that time in college you got that train rain on you? Like that would still cause an
yeah,
emotional
dude, that's pretty
reaction in you.
crazy. Because especially if you didn't know, that's why I want whoever I'm with to be completely transparent.
Would you ask him those questions for real?
Yeah, I mean, I usually get pretty in depth with things like that with girls.
So there's nothing you don't know.
Except
like
for body
ask.
count. I don't really discuss that.
That's what I'm saying. Why not?
I don't like to talk about that because I think that's a bad topic.
Why?
I just think it is.
Why is it? Why?
Because maybe because one might be more than the other, and then one person feels insecure and bad.
Yeah,
that'd be like me hanging out with a chick and she'd be like, yeah, you know, I fucked 2 dudes at one time. I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know.
You're right. I'm already having secondhand. I'm getting pissed off already. You're right.
Yeah, so you don't like that.
God,
you don't want to know that, you know.
So you have to find a girl. So
I don't really talk about a lot of past sexual stuff with girls I've been with.
So you're cool with them doing it. You just don't want to hear about it.
Dude, I mean, the past, it is what it is. But also, too, you know what sucks is, this is like the weird part is, you know, I've heard this in the past, too. I've heard, like, girls do stuff like that with guys they don't like. So it's also like, damn, you're making yourself vulnerable for somebody you don't even give a shit about.
God, you almost have to. You're right. You have to do that with somebody
yeah,
you
like,
don't care about the throwaway.
Yeah, like, if you're going to have a 3-way with I'd rather do it with some random people than like my homeboy that I know. I don't want to know. I don't want to be doing that. That's not me. That's just me, though. I mean, that's just my opinion.
So if your wife came to you and said, hey, I want to have a 3-way. I've got a friend, a girl.
No, I don't think that's a good idea because also and like, again, you know, if she really actually likes you, when you start doing shit, you know, when you have that other girl fucking screaming and chanting your name and shit,
okay.
I mean she's going to get jealous.
You've been there before?
I've never had a threesome, but
yeah.
But I've heard.
You're not dating anybody. Just be honest.
No, I really never have.
Okay.
As much as
That's not what you said about last night.
No, that didn't happen. But no, for real though. I mean, that's like I feel like the jealousy concept comes into play. Like, I mean, think about it. If you fucking bring your homeboy in to help you take care of your girlfriend at the time, and she's fucking just getting railed out by him, then you'd feel some type of way about it, wouldn't you?
So you have to put some thought into this.
I would think. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude, have y'all been wanting to do this? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
It's like, hey, man, my girl said that she really wants to sleep with you.
Yep. Which goes back to what's your what's the girl you're gonna settle down with gonna look like? What's your lifestyle gonna be like?
I have no idea.
Is she gonna be like, how about a nice nurse or doctor? That's cool in the area. That's fun. That's a good job. Not all life encompassing.
I don't know. I've dated nurses.
How about a restaurant girl?
I dated restaurant girls.
So what's your read on these two archetypes?
Fun. I mean, they're cool. They're always cool and
fun. Get into it.
Each one? You can banter with them and enjoy. It's not, you don't have to dance around stuff.
Which one, the nurse or the restaurant?
Both, because the environments they work in, they're okay with stuff.
Okay, how are they different?
Like they're just. I mean, it's like dating a church girl versus like somebody that's fun.
Which one's the church girl?
No, the church girls could be fun.
Have you done it? Have you been with a church girl?
Yeah.
What's that like?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You've experienced it.
You mean like? I don't really.
Like, I mean, somebody with morals and. I mean, so don't have to get into it, but like, help me understand, as somebody who hasn't, what that's like. I'd imagine you have a lot of foundation, a lot of groundedness because you know what she's into.
No, I never really dated. I'm take that back. I've never dated a girl that was like. I've dated girls that started going to church after living a particular type of way. I'm talking like, when you mean by church girl, I mean like somebody that's like probably
born into it,
maybe probably had sex maybe twice their whole life or something like that. I'm just throwing out like a random.
Okay, I love it. You're right. That's
you know what I'm saying? Like not very like more wholesome, like not very, has never really gone out. Maybe goes out with their friends like Halloween or something like that, or here and there.
You're saying it with a little bit of contempt almost, to like everything you're saying sounds perfect on a checklist, but the way you're saying it's like, on paper. But this and that. So that's like sounds like a very stand-up woman to date.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to?
Because I don't go to church.
Would you?
You had to find them in the steeple, man.
Oh, you're right. That's actually a huge untapped market.
I get fucking hammered on Saturday nights, man. I can't wake up in the morning and go to church.
Huh? What if that's where they are? Like, seriously?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say they are.
Is the reason you're not into the idea of that because you don't want to have to go to church on Sunday?
No, that's not why.
It could be as simple as that. If I had an excuse, that'd be mine right now. Even though I wouldn't really, if you were like, hey, let's go to church next Sunday, I'd be like, heck yeah. I see it now the same thing as want to go to get brunch. But like, it's an hour of my day. Let's go do it.
Yeah.
No, you're uncomfortable with it. Why?
No, I'm just kind of buzzed.
Oh man, God,
I gotta piss actually.
me
Really
too.
bad.
Please.
Yeah. You just want to wrap this up?
I don't care. I just gotta pee. I'll sit down and pee if you want to pee between my legs.
What? Hold on. Let me. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. I keep forgetting we're on camera. I keep forgetting we're on fucking whatever. All right, we're back, man. We had to take a pee break real quick.
Meniscus. That doesn't make any sense.
You get another one. I'm on my
Last
third.
one.
What is that? The last one?
Actually,
Dude, what do you think of the daytimes
that's exclusively what I drink now.
at Tizone?
As I'm trying to
That's where I
understand
started
myself, because I have an incredibly addictive personality.
Really?
So whatever I start, I can't stop. If it's something cool like a business, that's awesome, right? But what if it's something like drinking,
Like heroin?
that or anything?
You know, it's funny. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about heroin, and they were like, "You ever notice that like people don't want to do the heroin like that doesn't kill people?" I was like, "It's like, hey man, you should try this shit, dude. It just fucking killed Tommy last week." It's like, "Oh hell yeah, let me try."
God, but even
Have you
like
thought about that?
yeah, but the little heroin's good too. Like you go to the doctor, you get a little pain pills. That's fun too. But it's
Yeah,
also,
but that's a slippery slope.
do you have an
that's what
addictive
happened to my mom.
personality? Do you have an so you are bloodline addicted?
You know what's funny is my dad was and my mom too, but my mom fell victim of like the opioid pandemic back in the 2000s. She had some surgeries and stuff, and it was back when they were just fucking giving them out like candy, literally.
Did she get any payout from that big? Was it Purdue? Who was the pharmaceutical? Whoever they manufactured? That was like a big settlement.
I don't even know.
Not that they would, get anything out of it after all the.
Sometimes you get lucky with those lawyers, but no. So she But anyways, my family, my mom and dad. But you know what's weird is, like, my grandparents aren't like that. My grandma, both sides of so my dad's side of the family, my nanny and pawpaw, that's what I called them.
Nice.
They
What you do call them?
that's what I call them. Yeah.
You use past tense. Scared me.
Oh yeah, they both passed.
Oh shit! I thought you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
drunk. Okay.
But no. But long story short, they never drank ever. I've never seen either of them ever drink in my life. And my grandma and my granddad, my granny and my granddad, that's what I call them. On my mom's side of the family, they don't drink or nothing either. That's why I thought it was kind of interesting that my mom and dad abuse substances sometimes.
Did those grandparents you're talking about?
Even myself, really, I drink.
Did their generation above them have a drinking problem? Because I can see where if you see it happening, you don't do it in your life. But if there's a generation separation to where it's like, well, why can't I do
Good point. My granddad, no, sorry, my grandmother didn't drink because she seen what her siblings would do when they drank.
This is good.
And my grandma was the only one that never smoked. Everybody else in the family smoked, and a majority of them died from cancer. Actually, my granny, my mom's mom, she had a twin sister, fraternal twin, and my Jean was her name. She smoked and drank her whole life, like a lot.
Based.
My grandma never drank or smoked, and she's still alive. And Jean passed away maybe like 15 years ago from cancer. So it's a really good, if you think about it, it's a pretty good fucking scientific experiment.
So you know what that means, right?
I know.
That means that your offspring will be the degenerate pieces of shit because they see you.
See, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why I don't want to fuck with them.
No.
Fuck them kids.
No, that's an excuse not
Nah,
to do
just
it.
kidding. Nah, that's never crossed my mind.
You've never dabbled in addiction?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Drinking? Nothing?
Nah, never to where I needed to do something.
So you do have a drinking problem. You just haven't come to terms with it yet, it sounds like?
No. I mean, I don't drink. I can literally go without drinking.
You know it's
Nah,
9
for real, I
a.m.
really
on
can't.
a Sunday right now, and or Saturday, you already worked through a six-pack.
That's just because we're doing this.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's how it starts. So like my father, he didn't start drinking. So I actually have like a lot of crazy background shit, like go pretty detailed.
Let's go.
But no, he so his dad, my pawpaw, so his dad, they never saw eye to eye. So as they got older, my dad would go to the neighbor's house and party all night long. I mean, he was like 15, 16 doing this. And then he would stay up late, come home when his dad, my grandfather, was in bed, and then my grandfather would wake up in the morning to go to work, and my dad would be sleeping. So like he would do it to where he would never see. He didn't want to go home. But what happened was, kind of back to that, like the Never Land, like the living that kind of life. You're partying, you're having a good time, but then what happens is it never leaves. You never leave that stage in your life. Kind of back to what we were talking about. And then alcoholism kicked in, and he would drink. I mean, but the thing is, he would never drink at work. So he owned his own tree trimming business and stuff. But like, I know people that have to drink every fucking day, all day. But he never was that way, I guess. But I mean, he was hitting the store to grab a 6-pack or something by the time he left. But my dad was a very abusive alcoholic. Like, he was fucked up. He was a fucked up guy, for real.
And you have nothing yet.
R.I.P.
You have none of that in you. You've never been that way.
No. He was like really aggressive, and I mean, like I said, I can go into detail some stories and stuff that shit he's done, but he was pretty aggressive when he drank, and I think a lot of it, he really, really hated women. But I think a lot of it was because this is just like it's just a random assumption here. I'm not really saying that it is what it was. But my grandmother would let a lot of shit slide with my grandfather would abuse my dad. And my grandmother knew that his dad was abusing him, like physically, like beating him and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And she would never do anything about it. And I think there was some sort of weird subconscious, like, hatred towards his mom. So, because then when my dad passed away, see, the thing with my dad was, and this is real shit. My dad was always the guy. He was always the fun guy. Oh, that's just Ron. That's just Ron. You know, like being like that.
Like us. That's just like
to a degree, but my dad was a little different. Like, he was fun until it was too much, and then it was like, all right, what the fuck, dude? Like, you've been drinking, and then he would try to fight people, and like he was wild. Yeah, he was a wild guy. Yeah, it was crazy. But then when he passed away, it was kind of like, oh shit, like nobody realized that he had a problem with things. Like, you know what I'm saying? People overlooked who my dad was, overlooked who my dad was, I guess.
Do you not have any concern that we might be, not saying living life to that extreme, but just even the way we think about life? Like, if we die tomorrow, I'd be like, God, I wish he would have settled down with somebody, or
like, nah, I don't think so. I mean, my mom and dad, they got married and shit. They were together forever.
You haven't.
No, well, I mean, my dad and my mom didn't. I mean, my dad was 29 when he got with my mom.
Yeah, what's
still
your
got time.
TikTok? No, you don't. You're past time, buddy.
Fuck yeah, I guess so. You know what's funny is a lot of people that I know that didn't get married till like they were in their 30s, like 31, 32.
Yeah, but they were dating somebody for a couple years at that point, which I guess you could argue you could
different times, man.
Dating. Different times.
Different times.
So with the friends now who are married, when do they get married?
I mean, it just depends, I guess.
Later.
I know people that have been married younger. I know people that got married, let's say late 20s. Late 20s, early 30s is about that time where you start.
Don't have married friends. What are you talking about? You actively keep them out of your life because they're no fun.
Yeah, well, no, they're just in different seasons of their life. They're fun people.
Really?
I think they're fun. They're still cool. But like at the same time, I mean, if I'm trying to go get but I'm not that weird ass fucking dude that's like, oh, I'm gonna go get drunk at a baby shower, even though that's what people do.
Well, you're not, because nobody invites you because you're a Peter Pan loser.
Ah, yeah, that's true. I am a loser. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me?
Have you had that, people like not inviting you to do stuff as your friends mature, unlike we refuse to do, and they go do things? You're not invited out to the baby showers or certain events because there's.
I'm not invited to those things because people don't know if I'm home or not.
That's another big thing too, man. It's nice to.
You know how many weddings? You know how many weddings like I've missed, but I've been home because people thought I was somewhere else.
They don't invite you because they're like, oh,
he's gone.
They're doing their own thing. It's not even that. We can't even. We're losing track with the people around us because they continue to move through their chapters, and we're not. Which makes it also harder to date people, because that's a great way of meeting people is through your social circles. How many of your friends are still single? TikTok, Spencer.
How many of my friends are still single? You, I guess. But you're like a new friend.
But we are the minority, man. Who's the crazy person in the room? We can keep saying.
Yeah, I guess you gotta look at the common denominator.
Keep saying it smells like shit in here. We can only do that for so long before we pick up our own shoe and realize
that we have dog shit on there.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, damn. I guess that's a good point.
So this podcast better take off. This podcast better take off, because this is the only benefit of fly by the seat of your pants, Peter Pan, is to be able to do stuff like this. So might as well get it out of your system.
No, man. I can get people to do this shit.
Could you do it if you were married, though? Be a little bit harder.
Yeah, but I mean, that's again, dude. I just feel like kind of circling back to that, you got to find somebody that's willing to be on par with what you do. Like, that's like DJing. Like, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, a lot of people look at that as like fucked up or what. Like a lot of women don't.
It
They
is.
don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see.
You have a
Like,
rock star lifestyle.
yeah, they don't like that. You know. But I mean, some women realize like, all right, well, this is kind of. But like, I guess again, that's back to the submission aspect of it that I said earlier, where it's like, look, like this is, you know, you got to. But there's a lot of affirmation, a lot of shit, you know. But it's no different than me. Like me DJing is no different than me flying out of the country and going to some place where there's a bunch of hot ass fucking European women or something.
Or being on a business trip and just traveling for that all the time. What do you
Yeah,
call it? Submitting. Submitting. That's so weird to think. To like
that's a real
have to
thing.
submit to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, and what that can go in a lot of different angles.
Because that's why I hate having a job. Because it's the submission to the like boss and stuff. But the same thing that I hate, which has driven me to like be whatever level of success I have, a little bit of entrepreneurship.
Fucking pants.
It's the same
I'm
thing
gonna have
that
to wear pants next
fucks
time.
me. Oh, you want to do no pants?
No, I'm gonna have to wear pants next time.
Oh, sorry.
Shorts.
But that's the same thing that's keeping.
It's crazy, man. This white light really brings out the whiteness of the paleness of my skin.
That's why I'm showing off my ankles. I wear the.
What kind of pants are those? Those look nice. Lululemon.
Brian turned me on to the black pants. The black pant. I was a big skinny jean guy, but black pant.
Is that what they're literally called?
I don't know. I don't know what they're called, but he was like, "You got to wear it for the cafe," and I got them, and now I wear
Are
these.
those the exact pants that he wears or something? Or did you just buy black pants?
I bought a pair of black pants, man.
I love black pants. You can't go wrong with them.
I do. I'm a black pants man now. Jeans and black pants.
Can't go wrong with it, man.
Snapbacks and tattoos.
There's some pants that Brian wears that are kind of like those. That's why I was curious.
These are his pants, yeah.
Those are actually Brian's pants.
I came in and I was like, dude, I hate these pants. I bought them. I wanted to buy jeans, but they're like dress pants, so they're way too fancy. And he was like, that's exactly what I wear. So I was like, all right, never mind. I love them. They're not that bad. So I wear them every day now.
No, but he has a pair. He was talking about them, and I can't remember the name. I'm about to ask him again. But it's called like. Have you ever heard of athleisure?
Yep.
That's what they call
Oh,
it.
he's big on that, baby.
Well, and it's actually a good It kind of makes sense because it's like still like those are like you could still pull up to like a conference and wear some shit like that.
Spencer,
Maybe not the boots.
I just want you to find love, man. Keep steering it away. But I'm projecting, man. I'm projecting way too hard.
On yourself from your own angles.
Yeah, I just love
Why don't
trying
you
to.
found love?
Just want to like love just trying to think of our life is so great and we really do like it. We're really full of ourselves.
Yeah, that's okay.
Like, we do whatever we want, which is great. But it begs the question of what are we missing? Is there anything else out there? And it might not even be somebody else. But like what is it? And what is the continued chase for something? We like the chase of new things. But is that happiness? Could we do this until we die?
Maybe you're chasing it for the happiness, and then once that burns out, you just chase something else.
That's how I am right now. And I think
I guess that stems from commitment issues, my friend.
you're right. But we're
And like I
committed.
said, that's why I don't even have tattoos. Do you have tattoos?
That's haram. No.
Exactly.
Why? Because oh god,
It's a commitment thing.
I
What the fuck
know,
am I going to
man.
get?
Did you ever want to do one? I remember wanting to have a Redskins
man.
tattoo on my back, even
There
though
was-
I hate sports. Could you imagine having a Redskins tattoo on my back?
Nowadays, because they changed to the Commanders.
Oh God, that would even be even better. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, that would be even better.
That'd be hilarious. Maybe you should get that.
You have nobody, so you've never wanted to get a tattoo ever.
There was one time I was in Spain with a bunch of friends that
Yep.
were from the UK,
Yep.
and we got hammered, and they were like, "We're gonna go get tattoos," and I remember my friend Tommy Fagan got a tattoo on his ass, and it was BDN, and it was Big Dick Nick. His buddy's name was Nick, and he's like BDN, Big Dick Nick. I was like, this is funny. And then this other girl, her name was Millie, and she got a tattoo on the bottom of her foot. And I was gonna get my at the time Instagram handle Spencer JK SPNCRJK. I was gonna get that on my back, and at that moment, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it.
Dude, I had the same situation in Brazil. Group of friends
I got a funny one I'm gonna tell you. So continue this.
went to a tattoo parlor, and just the I don't know, call it peer pressure, but everybody's caught up in the moment, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, hey,
of
you want
course.
to do it? I'm like, I'll consider it. And if, like the freaking tattoo artist is obviously coked out of his mind, did a great job, Joe. And I was like, if I'm ever gonna get one, this would be the place to do it. But I still didn't have the balls, man.
That's what happens. I ain't got the balls either.
You're gonna show me?
So I got a funny story. So there's this guy that I know, and we were talking about tattoos like we are right now. And I was living in Germany, and we were just having beers. He was a guy I worked with. He was from the UK, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, we were talking about Thailand stories because I had been to Thailand before.
You told me the ladyboy stories are wild, man.
Yeah, I don't think I ever.
I'm
told
glad
you
that's
like,
past part of your life.
I don't
But
think
go
I
ahead.
ever told you about that.
Oh,
But,
you don't remember.
yeah.
Really weird.
But
I'd bring it up again if I were you. It's embarrassing. But go ahead.
But have you ever heard of the Full Moon Party?
Again, I've never been in a ladyboy, so you get to teach me
So
this
so
stuff.
Full Moon Party is a place. It's a party every full moon in Thailand. It's on the beach, and it's nuts, dude. It's like a full like EDM like house, like it's wild. So my buddy that I worked with, he was telling me stories about the Full Moon Party, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I remember I was out there, and I got fucked up, and I remember being in a tattoo parlor." And he goes, and then I fucking blacked out. And he goes, and then I woke up riding on the back of a scooter with my body wrapped up. Like, I guess I didn't have the money. He's like, I didn't have the money to pay the dues, so I had to go back to the house where I was staying, and I needed to get the money. And he told us this whole fucking story, and I was like, okay, that's cool, man. Well, what was the tattoo? And he goes, for real? I was like, what the fuck? I mean, you can't lead off of that.
Couldn't be any worse than Big Dick Nick.
And he looked at me crazy, and then he pulled his shirt up. Butterflies up his back, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'd actually take that if
And
I'm going to make a dumb one.
It was hilarious, and I was like, "There's absolutely no way this is real." And he's like, "Yeah, it's real, man. It's real."
What's the craziest? Talking about how shitty it is to you can't have vulnerable conversations when you have a relationship with somebody because you don't want to make them look bad and have them pissed off at you. You're free. You're single. So let's see how serious you are about this. Tell me the craziest story from your world traveler. All this stuff. Give me something to where you can't talk about when you're married, but you can right now.
What do you mean?
Give me a good story to where if any of your friends who are married, they couldn't tell it in polite company because of the implications.
No, I don't really.
You don't have to cross the line, but tell me a story as close to that line as you can get.
I never really had like a crazy.
Not even that experience you or you've seen or something.
Oh, that I've seen?
Yeah.
Like other people do?
Yeah, I know you're not going to be honest enough and tell stories.
Oh,
about
no,
yourself.
I mean, like a lot of my stories aren't really anything crazy. It's like I meet a chick out or something, and then we hooked up a one night stand, and then she had like a boyfriend or something.
Okay, that's great, but you're a world traveler. Give me,
That's not really
a
like
crazy story.
that's not. I mean, that's kind of crazy, but I'm just saying that's not like, man, there was just one time, blah 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 blah.
You see anybody die?
No.
What's the most off the wall, un-American, like something you wouldn't see in America? You got stories.
Oh,
man.
I got
Come
a
on,
good
give
one.
me-
I'll tell you.
please,
This is
Jesus
Thailand.
Christ.
I'll tell you, this is around the Thailand topic. So, I was staying in Chawang, which is there's an island called Koh Samui, and Chawang was this beach.
Okay.
And I was staying at the Chawang Chalet, is what it was called. And
Damn.
I didn't realize how far away it was from where all the party stuff was, but there was a little party hub, and it was the end of the night, and I'm walking back home, and this is like the weirdest thing that had ever happened to me. This is one story, but I'm walking, and all of a sudden this figure comes out of the shadows and was like, "Hey, where you going? Why don't you come over here? Let me suck your dick." I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" So I took a look at her real fast. I was like, "Well, what do you look like?"
Naturally.
And it looked like a fucking dude. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I kept walking. I was like, nah, I'm out. So I kept on walking. Well, then it gets even better. So I'm walking down this sidewalk, and I was like, dude, that was weird as fuck. I was like, where am I right now?
Thailand.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, this fucking fat girl, and there's no fat Thai girls, but there was that moment, is on a scooter and comes riding by and does a U-turn in the middle of the road and turns around and then is riding beside me, like going real slow, and was like, hey, yeah, literally was like, hey, let me come back with you. Let me come back with you. Like, and I'm like, oh my God. So I was just ignoring her, and I kept walking, and she was just like, let me come back with you. And I was like, dude, no, I cannot do this. Like, what the fuck? And then eventually, I mean, she probably rode beside me trying to get my attention for a solid, football field. It was a good walk. It was a good ways. And I was like, damn, that was weird. So then she stormed off. Well, then another, and I think it was the person that came out of the shadows, and they were on a moped, and they did the same shit. Like, started following me, like, hey, let me come back with you, like, this much, and I was just ignoring them. Well, this one wouldn't leave. I just kept walking. The problem is the Chawang Chalet where I stayed was down like an alleyway,
I hate it when that happens.
and it was dark, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, here we go." And like in Thailand, I don't know how familiar you are with Thailand, but a lot of those people can box and like they're Muay Thai, like they'll fucking beat your ass.
Even
That's like their
girls.
school, like the school teaches them how to do that kind of shit.
So
I'm
somebody
walking
beat
down
you
the
off in the alleyway.
no, so I'm walking down the alleyway, and this and that person kept following me, just kept following me, kept following me, kept following me, and I was just like, dude, this shit's about to get weird. Like this
Bet
shit's
it
about to
is.
get fucked up.
Yeah,
Like something's
buddy.
about to happen. And I ended up walking up to the place, and then they just turned around and left. But that was like the closest I got to like thinking that I was gonna get my ass beat.
So they were a lady of the night.
No, I ended up just going, I was home by myself.
No, but do you think they were prostitutes?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's what they were offering.
God, did you know? I remember like one of the best parts about going out with traveling with friends is the move is to always go down a day or two or more before and maybe a little after too, so you can like have some time by yourself,
Yeah.
experience it. Remember doing that in Brazil and like walking around one night and being a dumb American and just like you hear in stories, hot Brazilian girl, flowing red dress by herself sitting out in the patio of some restaurant, like locking eyes. And she's
Yeah.
just staring at you. She's like, come on over, come on
And
over.
she's a working girl.
Yeah, and I was like, thank God, too much of a pussy to like talk to girls. Still am. And I was like, all right, that's cool. That's gonna be a good ego boost. Remember bragging to my friends when they finally showed up. This girl, hot Brazilian woman, wanted me so bad. And but like you know me, I said no, that's not me. And they were like, no, you dumbass. She was a prostitute.
Yeah,
And that was
exactly.
very, very humbling. And then I
Yeah.
realized the only girls I can get are Brazilian prostitutes. And that's where I am to this very day.
Yeah, so that's the thing, man. That shit's just kind of weird when they do that shit. I was just like, dude, get out of my fucking face.
You're hot. You're a hot commodity, man. People want you. Is that a thing too? They see the white guy in foreign lands. You're probably like us seeing a cool, exotic, pretty girl, pretty person walking by.
Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, the biggest rule of thumb, especially traveling overseas, if it's too easy, then like you already know that it's not real. That's life. I mean,
That's a really good one.
yeah, I mean, dude, if a girl comes up to you, they want something from you. Like when you're overseas, especially like being like a white dude from like a foreign country, or going to a foreign country, like especially Asia and shit like that. Like they want something out of you.
So you're telling me when you get off?
Not always. That's like actually, I met a lot of awesome people. Take that back. Sorry.
No, it's the rule. It's the exception or rule, not the exception. But you're right. So you're telling me when I get off the port and walk in, and somebody's walking up to you offering to sell you pre-rolls of weed, and
Yeah.
then when you buy it and realize it's just sticks and
Oregano.
stems, and you go back to confront them and they're gone, that I'm getting flim-flammed. You
Yeah,
should've told me this
100%.
before I traveled.
No,
man.
so I've been in like I've lived in a lot of different places. I'm not trying to put my resume out there too much, but like I've lived in like Egypt. Egypt, I'll tell you a crazy shit about Egypt. You would be walking down the street, and some guy would be like, hey, come over here, come over here. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And I'd be like, look, man, I'm just trying to get my hair cut. Oh, I got you. Come with me. I'll show you the shop. Okay. Next thing you know, dude, they'll just take you to a shop. They don't even fucking own the shop. They don't even work at the shop. They just know the guy that owns it. And then what they do is they'll hustle you. So I went and got a haircut. It was $9, but it should have been like $1. Literally, I'm just telling you. And I'm like, dude,
Cheap
I'm like
bastard.
$9. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's cheap as shit. My buddy Khaled, he was like, man, they got your ass. I was like, dude, who cares? It's $9. But what they do is that guy that got you there,
Gets a cut.
he gets a cut.
Absolutely.
A lot of that happens. But you got to know how to negotiate. Like when I was in Bali, I met this girl. I was walking down the street and I met this girl from Jordan. I never even got her info, man. She was super fun. But we ended up going to because I was trying to find a place to get some flip flops. I didn't have any. Actually, I wanted some.
Gucci flip flop.
No, I didn't want flip flops. I wanted some Birkenstocks, but the rubber ones, like because I was at the beach, man. The beach, boy.
Is that a euphemism for sex in a foreign country? Looking for flip flops?
No. I really wanted some Birkenstocks. So her and I went to this bazaar and we acted like we were a couple. And I was like, well, she won't let me spend this much today because we're on like a tight budget. It was just funny. Like,
What better way to get Birkenstocks, real ones, than in a third world country, man?
dude,
Continue.
I still rock them. They were only $20. But you had to negotiate. They were trying to get them for me for 50. I was like, nah, man, I got you on 20.
And Birkenstock's letters off, spelled a little wrong.
Well, it says made in Vietnam on one side and then made in Germany on the other.
Look at that.
But they're still rocking.
Cross-cultural, baby. Diversified.
Yep. I was in Bali.
You got to have, next time, entirely travel stories.
I have to write something down. I'm about to incriminate myself.
You do. I mean, and I know you're holding back.
But I am.
But I want you to go out for next time.
We'd have to have another like 3-hour podcast.
And your homework is you got to think of the stories, and I know you know the good ones, and you got to practice telling them in ways to where you're not telling too much, but you got to tell them. They're too. What's the point of having this world travel and doing this podcast if you're not going to lean into
crazy stories I can sit here and tell you.
Okay, I'm going to pull them out of you, man. I'm going to pull it out of you. That's next time. That's a perfect transition.
Speaking of that, man, I almost had a beer.
I'm gonna say that's how you know, instead of having a time clock or a, what's it called, the sand glass thing.
Yeah.
It's the 6-pack of beer, and with this final sip,
we're gonna say this is good, man.
I'm serious.
No,
that's perfect.
This is fun.
Perfect.
I think we've done 20. I mean, we definitely done this for 2 hours. 1 pee break.
1 pee break and 1 6-pack of beer.
Yeah. Next time I'll have the studio a little bit more dialed in. I'm gonna change. The couch is cool, but like my neck's hurting just being like.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna crack that way, but we'll get some cool.
I need some art on the wall, some fun shit. Yeah,
it'll be fun.
Look at that painting. I brought that up in the old podcast, the first one.
I thought it was a great. Hang on, let me get to a point where I can chug it because I'm a bitch. I can't chug, so we can finish it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, ready. Hey, go.
You good?
No.
These aren't really good to chug, man. You're brave for that one, especially as it's getting warm.
I'm gonna pretend I do. Ready? Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Done.
So where you at, man? Where you at? You got anything planned? You got any cool stuff going on?
I'm super excited for this. I'm excited where you're gonna take this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna latch myself onto it, whether you want to or not to be part of it, because that's where I like to be, behind the scenes. You're the face, and I'll pull the strings.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get it more dialed. Like literally, all I got is the GoPro. I got the lights. I just bought this. I bought the light. I was just like, man, I'm gonna do this shit on a budget, man. What the fuck? You don't need like all this crazy studio shit right now. It's just like we're just starting. The only people that have watched it is you.
Famous twice.
You watched it twice, and it was just me. So.
No, but there's ways. We'll talk about it later. There's ways we can pump those numbers
You
up.
can. I mean, you could. I was thinking about that. Like, we could maybe snip out some stuff and take some shots, like post it on the internet or something. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I kind of just want to. But you have to. You're gonna me or you, whoever. Like, you're gonna have to put it on like your social media platform. Be like, hey, we just recorded this. This is what it is. And it sucks because then it's like,
you're right.
Those are only fucking personal people, and then some people might look at you a particular type of way. That's why the podcast stuff's a little bit weird. But who cares?
That's back to the whole point. What's the point of having all this freedom we have, and being single and being Peter Pan, if we don't leverage it to do stuff like this? If we're so much of pussies, we can't put this out for the world to see.
Then we need to date somebody.
No, that's it. How about this? If you don't do that and you pussy out, you're gonna have to date somebody, because you might as well be dating somebody. Don't be a coward. Let's stand up.
I've been wanting to do a podcast forever, man. There was this one I wanted to do. Glad I never did it, but it was going to be called Men Ain't Shit, and it was just going to be a podcast of just kind of just men being men, dude. And I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I'm so glad I didn't do that. Like, I had a bunch of crazy topics, but I'll bring that up on another one. I actually still haven't written down.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you've ironically enough come full circle to where you're making that exact podcast you said you weren't going to.
Yeah, I know. Nah, but I'm gonna just have like cool people. We're not gonna have. I mean, the conversations aren't gonna just be this.
How about you just plan it to be organic? People want to see organic and authenticity, and this is nothing more authentic than that. And we can get more into it and be more vulnerable next time. It can help us practice being vulnerable with other people.
Yeah, going on dates.
We can't be vulnerable with each other. Who's to say we can with anybody else?
That's true. That's true.
And on that note,
and actually, yeah, on that note, we're gonna shut this down. Yeah. As far as me, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, plug it, baby.
I'm gonna be in Springfield next week, and then no, I'm not gonna be DJ. I'm gonna be working, and then I'm gonna be in New York City. I got invited to do a YouTube video. It was pretty cool. I got invited to do a YouTube video. I thought it was a scam at first. I was like, man, I'm about to get fucking robbed as soon as I get off the train.
DJ Jet.
Yeah, exactly. DJ Jack Carter. But I was gonna be I'm gonna be in New York City doing a YouTube video at the studio with, I guess, like 4 or 5 scratch DJs. So it's gonna be pretty cool. I told him, I was like, man, I'm not even like that great, just so you know. But I
Wait,
was
let
like,
me help you out. Where are you playing? Are you playing anywhere in New York?
No, so that's like another avenue I was gonna go. I was like, all right, well, I'm up here. I only need to really do that on Thursday. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out Friday night too. But I'll probably go out by myself on Friday and just see what was going on. But I'm gonna be meeting other DJs in New York and Thursday. So I have no idea who these people are. I've never met these people in my life. So I'm curious to see. You know,
Good. It'll be a good conversation, something to talk about.
it'll be fun. I mean, I thought about actually bringing the equipment.
Do it.
Just fuck it. You know, I might end up meet. I just don't know where I would do it at because I don't have. I'm staying in a hostel up there. You know, a hostel is still $170 a night in New York City and Manhattan.
That sounds terrible. I don't know why you. That's Roanoke rocks. Everything's cheap. That's great. I'll go there. That's terrible.
It's fucking crazy.
All right, plug this week. Where are you playing this week? Anywhere?
Tonight I'm playing at 202.
DJ Carter 202 tonight.
Yeah.
What time?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Not going to be out in time anyways. What about anything else coming up this week?
No. Yeah, no.
All right, you got to start playing more so we can leverage this audience.
But in DC, I'll be in DC the 14th
14th.
for Chicken and Whiskey.
Chicken and whiskey.
Then I got a wedding for DJ Dewey, actually.
What time? What time at 14th
I don't even know.
of November?
In DC?
Yes.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. November 14th. DJ Jack Carter at Chicken and Biscuit, Soggy Biscuit and Waffles.
Yeah, there's no waffles, but dude, I will say the food there is fucking phenomenal. It really is. It's a perk.
All right, make connections, enjoy yourself.
So good. Anyways, but yeah, we're gonna shut this one down. Follow us, like, subscribe. Spence vs. the World podcast. Let's go, man. We got Levi Johnston on the mic. I might have to edit that one out because he said I can't say his name on.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Nah,
shy.
he was just joking. But
shy
for real though, thank you guys. I think that's what we're supposed to do at the end of it.
Hang on. I got to seal it with a kiss.
Nah, you can't do that. That's weird. What are you doing?
Kiss. Oh, God. I love this, man.
This is hilarious.
Hang on.